Chapter 1352. Regret. I regret it. Let the enemy hit a surprise. This time the damage is heavy. At least the wolf group and the dark whistle are seriously damaged. At this moment, they also understood why Messiah would send Levi Garrison. What do they mean by command? Even if Levi Garrison was absent from the shocking force. But his head is still there. It's definitely a military division level. The faces of the Phoenix people were hot. A moment ago, they were still humiliating Levi Garrison. It was fulfilled a moment later. But now regret has no use. Everyone protect things and never lose them. Tyrannosaurus and Zanho have rushed outside to meet the enemy. How about casualties? Tyrannosaurus checked the casualties. 4 people in the wolf group were slightly injured, 12 people were killed and 4 people were killed in the secret whistle, and the other 8 people were all injured. Mountain Wolf said. Zanhu, Ice, and Fire Phoenix, you are optimistic about things. I will deal with the enemy. Tyrannosaurus led everyone to watch the surroundings vigilantly. The smoke in the mountains and forests on both sides is not heavy, but it gives people a feeling of fear. Where is the boulder? Dare to rob things in the capital? The Tyrannosaurus roared. Boom! The next moment, a killing aura surged. From both sides suddenly appeared masters wearing various masks. She. They are in the shape of electricity, and they shoot out of the abyss like a dragon. Puff! 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 In one round of attack, all the other 8 people in the secret whistle fell. Fortunately, the 4 members of the wolf group are stronger, otherwise all the heads will fall to the ground. The enemy appeared. But it brought death threats to everyone in Tyrannosaurus. Strong. Extremely strong. But the truly terrifying people are still behind, and those wearing masks in front have given way. 4 people appeared from behind. As soon as these 4 appeared, the Tyrannosaurus people took a breath. It turned out to be you. The Fire Phoenix exclaimed. The 4 old men looked at each other and laughed. Haha, I didn't expect anyone to recognize us. A renegade butcher who is a traitor of the East Erudaya Sea. Tang Yulong, the hidden weapon of the traitor of the Western Shu family. Fan Dongsheng, the traitor Poisonous Yama of the Southern Frontier clan. Chen Yuezhen, the traitorous king of swordsmen of Bai Liang clan. The Fire Phoenix called out their names one by one. As an intelligence agency under Messiah's command, Feng Group naturally controls world affairs. Especially these 4 people in front of me. They are even more familiar. Because of notoriety. Everyone is extremely cruel, doing all bad things. It is the demon that everyone fears. They all entered the WDO privately, ignoring the agreement of the 4 main gates nearly 100 years ago, harming the world and causing disaster. He was hunted down as a sinner by Erudaya. Listed as a traitor by the 4 main gate lords. But these 4 people are too strong, and they are all top in the 4 gate valves. It's hard to catch. After exhausting manpower and financial resources for several years, I was not caught. However, the 4 of them were also forced to hide from the world by Messiah and disappeared for decades. Unexpectedly, it will appear at this time. What is even more frightening is that the enemy can call these 4. At the beginning, Messiah tried hard to catch it. If caught, it must be imprisoned in the highest level and most mysterious prison. Now someone ordered them to do something. This is also terrible. We are not opponents. There is only dragging now. Some people drag, some protect things, and then wait for the rescue to come. Encountering these people, Tyrannosaurus and the others did not even have the courage to fight. He can only procrastinate. Give us things. We promise not to kill you. Chapter 1353. The other 3 smiled and said, yes. Don't think of other tricks. No use. Before your reinforcements arrive, we can definitely kill you and take things away. It's better to hand over it obediently, we only need things, not human life. In their view, stealing things is just a momentary thing. Don't think about it. Take things away from us? Are you joking? Tyrannosaurus sneered. Zan roared, yes, it's not wrong. Let's rely on real skills for things. 16 masters in the 4 major groups are ready to die. But everyone understands. The opponent is too strong. It will take a long time for reinforcements to arrive. They are in danger during this period. It is possible that the thing has been robbed. At the beginning we should have listened to Levi Garrison, and there is no such thing as a change of course. Bing Phoenix said dissatisfied. Yes, he expected it. But in that case, who could have predicted it? The Fire Phoenix said dissatisfied. Also, Levi Garrison should insist on changing his course just now. You see that he compromised. Again later. It means that he himself is not firm. If you want to blame this thing, you must blame Levi Garrison for causing us to lose so many people. Other humane. Levi Garrison kindly reminded him, but it turned out to be his fault. Wrong. He also said casually. Besides, it's time to really use him, how about him? Can sitting in a wheelchair help us? Isn't it a burden now? Listen to my orders, no one can protect Levi Garrison later. Only responsible for things. Tyrannosaurus ordered. Then you are looking for death. Kill. The 4 demon heads led all the masked masters to kill together. All the Tyrannosaurus rushed forward and fought together. As soon as the 2 sides played against each other, they felt a huge gap. The fighting power of these 16 people of Tyrannosaurus is equal to those of the masked masters. But they still have 4 big monsters here. They are the point. But who can stop it? The opponent's offensive was impenetrable. They have no way to break out with something. In layman's terms, you can only wait to die. The battle between the 2 sides has become fierce. The 4 members of the wolf group were knocked to the ground first. Immediately afterwards, the 3 of the dragon group couldn't support it. In the end, the tiger group and the phoenix group all fell to the ground. In the end, only Tyrannosaurus, Zanhu, Ice, Fire, and Phoenix were left to hold on to things. But the 4 of them were already seriously injured. Hand over our things. At this time, what are you still resisting? Feng Buchan, a 10,000 person butcher, and Chen Yuezhen, the king of swordsmen, came step by step. Impossible. Even if things are destroyed, they won't be given to you. The Tyrannosaurus shouted. Hurry up and activate the destruction device. Destruction can't fall into the enemy's hands. Ice Fire Phoenix takes the box to operate. She. But in an instant, a hidden weapon struck, shooting everyone's wrists and arms. Everyone screamed. The box in his hand fell to the ground. Several people in Tyrannosaurus no longer have the ability to control it. Poison Yama Fan Dongsheng came over and wanted to pick up the box. The Tyrannosaurus people tried their best to stop them, but they were all knocked to the ground in an instant. Several people struggled to get up, unable to get up at all. Can only watch Fan Dongsheng pick up the box. The fighting time is too short. Not enough to get reinforcements here. Watching the pace of Fan Dongsheng's departure. The Tyrannosaurus people are desperate. Their mission failed. The things are in hand, let's leave. Have you asked me about things? Suddenly, a voice came from inside the car. Chapter 1354. The 4 demon heads and masked masters are all leaving. I didn't expect a voice to come. Hey? There are still people. Poison Yama Fan Dongsheng said curiously. Everyone stopped and looked into the car. The eyes of the dying Tyrannosauruses who were lying on the ground flashed a touch of anger. This is the time, what else do you add to the chaos? Do you think you are living too long? Everyone is gone. You are out of the limelight and want to give away a person. Idiot! What an idiot! The Tyrannosaurus scolded. Soon, everyone opened the door and saw Levi Garrison sitting in a wheelchair. You? So familiar. Toxic Yama Fan Dongsheng was surprised. Former Erudaya war god Levi Garrison. Overlord called out Levi Garrison's name. Levi Garrison smiled. Sure enough, as he expected. He got in the way of the dark forces like Erudaya. Why didn't you find him just now? What? Are you going to stop us? Feng Buchan, a 10,000 person butcher, sneered. No, just kill you. Levi Garrison smiled indifferently. The gene liquid medicine and the lives of these people are dead for him. Puff. The 4 demon heads and other masked masters all laughed out loud. This is simply a dream. Levi Garrison, a person in a wheelchair, kill them? How can it be? Even if he was the Erudaya god of war at his peak, the 4 demon heads were not afraid. Not to mention now. It's really looking for death. It's so stupid, it's a burden. The Tyrannosaurus scolded. Originally, the mission failed and things were lost, and the mood of the few people sank to the bottom. Now that Levi Garrison did such a stupid behavior, everyone was going crazy. The hidden weapon prodigy Tang Yulong smiled. You are all disabled, what do you use to kill us? Who told you that I am disabled? Levi Garrison said with a smile. The language is not surprising and endless. The words came out. Everyone present was stunned. The 4 demon heads and the masked masters had weird faces, chewing on the meaning of Levi Garrison's words. As for the Tyrannosaurus, people looked at each other, everyone showed an incredible look on their faces. Could it be you? Poison Yama still didn't say a word, but Levi Garrison stood up. He got out of the car. Steady footsteps, wears a little useless. Boom. Everyone is going crazy if they are struck by lightning. Deceived. Everyone was deceived. It turned out that Levi Garrison had nothing to do. Everything is a scam. The eyes of the Tyrannosaurus people were about to fly out. Until this moment, they did not understand Messiah's intention. Messiah is not a fool. How can such an important task be a burden? The fact is that Levi Garrison's body has recovered. The complexion of the 4 demon heads changed. Some things seem to come to mind. Many forces at home and abroad have been eliminated recently. Their inquiries were made by the one-word king who had just taken office. Now it seems Levi Garrison turned out to be something wrong with you. You deceived everyone. Poison Yama sneered. Otherwise, how can you show your feet? Levi Garrison smiled. However, the 4 demon heads looked fearless. Even if you recover? What if you reach the previous peak? We are not afraid of you. It's only a matter of time before you kill you. The 4 demon heads and all masked masters are the pinnacle of combat power. Fearless on his face. Everyone in Tyrannosaurus panicked. I saw a little light of hope. But even if Levi Garrison recovers, he is not the opponent of the 4 demons. Chapter 1355. The strength of these 4 is unfathomable, and they are definitely not the enemy of the Erudaya god of war at his peak. Otherwise, the 4 demon will not be listed as the ultimate sinner by Erudaya to hunt down. In addition, there are a group of masked masters with unknown strength. How to fight this? More powerful than thousands of troops. Levi Garrison is alone. The same is also going to die. What's the use? Hope is also desperate. The Tyrannosaurus smashed the ground with their fists. They are not as good as others. They are too trash. Now you have 2 options in front of you. First, surrender on your knees and hand over things. Second, I will kill you guys to get things back. Choose one. I suggest you choose the first one. No one would have thought that Levi Garrison would say these words calmly. Okay. Everyone was taken aback. Did you make a mistake? Levi Garrison is clearly in danger, right? Why is it the other way around? Instead, Levi Garrison gave them a chance. Is this Levi Garrison stupid? Even the Tyrannosaurus felt so. Did Levi Garrison not figure out the situation? Several people in Poisonous Yama were also very angry. Never seen such an arrogant young man. Presumptuous. You provoke us. The 4 demon heads were blown up. For adults, Levi Garrison is delaying time, right? Let's fight quickly. Seeing this, a masked master couldn't help reminding. Yes, this kid is probably delaying time. Kill him. Let's go quickly. Toxic Yama gave an order. More than 20 masked masters rushed to Levi Garrison. These 20-odd people are all first-class powerhouses, and they were unscathed in the first battle. Tyrannosaurus, they dare not watch the next battle. If Levi Garrison had an accident, they would fail completely. Levi Garrison, don't die. Everything is dead. No one can go. Levi Garrison grabbed a saber casually and said coldly. Boom. In the next moment, he turned into a flash of lightning, pulled out after images, and shuttled among the crowd. She. A ray of Dao Sinyan's blade flashed. In an instant, Levi Garrison passed through the team of more than 20 people and stopped in front of the 4 demon heads. Everyone was stunned. In the next moment, more than 20 masked masters suddenly shot bloody arrows and fell to the ground one after another. There is a thin blood stain on their necks. This. The 4 demons stunned. The members of the 4 major groups including Tyrannosaurus were all stunned. So horrible. Kill more than 20 masters in one move. Tyrannosaurus, they just fought against each other. In addition to the 4 demon heads, these 20-odd masked masters, they just got a tie. Doesn't it mean that Levi Garrison kills the masters of their 4 major groups in one shot? This is too scary, right? Just now everyone said he was a burden. I don't think they are the real burden, waste. There is no Levi Garrison. Their mission will definitely fail. Now there is Levi Garrison, and there is still a glimmer of hope. As expected to be the Erudaya god of war. Sure enough, there are 2 times. But we have eaten more salt than you have eaten. What are you using to fight us? Each of the 4 demons is a master-level powerhouse for nearly 100 years. It is equivalent to the existence of 4 Hamdan demon sword level. He can kill a demon sword. 4 demon knives are fine too. Hurry up and kill the Erudaya god of war. Take your things and go back. It is not appropriate to stay here for a long time. Overlord Chen Yuejin said solemnly. Kill. All 4 moved. Chapter 1356. The King of Swordsmen carried a large knife weighing several hundred jins, opened it wide, and slashed it down. Feng Buchan, a 10,000 person butcher, smashed down with a pair of iron fists, and the car was smashed into scrap. Both Poison Yama and Hidden Weapon Wizards did not choose to shoot. Boom! Levi Garrison didn't evade at all, but hit Feng Buchan's iron fist with a fist. Suddenly, a terrible vigor penetrated Feng Buchan's arm to his body. Puff! Feng Buchan opened his mouth and vomited blood, and his body flew out. The Qi Jin just passed from Levi Garrison's fist directly shattered the inside of his body. Feng Buchan smashed to the ground fiercely and died on the spot. The King of Swordsmen slashed with a big knife. But Levi Garrison didn't evade at all, holding his arm in front of him. Boom! Just listen to a dull sound. Dadao was shocked and returned. Hiss! Immediately, the audience took a cold breath. Terrible! It's terrible! Invulnerable? What kind of physique is this? Isn't it defying the sky? A big knife of several hundred caddies is extremely sharp. Can't cause any harm to Levi Garrison? Even Chen Yuejin was stunned. The material of his knife is made of extremely hard metal. It hurts less than a minute. How terrifying is this? When Chen Yuejin wanted to cut the second knife, he found that he couldn't lift the knife anymore. It seems to weigh tens of thousands of tons. I saw Levi Garrison's fist pressed against the knife. Boom! What was even more frightening was that Levi Garrison hit the knife with a fist, and the knife snapped in half. F***ck. The Tyrannosaurus people are going crazy. This is too bad. Boom! Levi Garrison grabbed half of the giant knife and slammed it on Chen Yuejin's head. Chen Yuejin died on the spot. The remaining poisonous Yama and hidden weapon wizards panicked. Hurry up! We are not opponents. Poison Yama took the password box and ran first. She. Tang Yulong threw a large number of hidden weapons. Attempt to block Levi Garrison. Boom boom boom. These hidden weapons were so powerful that they exploded on the ground, turning the area in front of them into a sea of fire. But the two did not see Levi Garrison. When I looked at Levi Garrison, he had already appeared in front of them. Your hidden weapon can't hurt me at my speed. Boom! Levi Garrison slapped Tang Yulong with a slap. Tang Yulong flew out immediately. Although Poison Yama ran fast, Levi Garrison was faster. Boom! Kick him out with one kick. Poison Yama is good at using poison, but martial arts is average. Levi Garrison's kick made him lose all abilities. Can't move. The password box in his hand didn't have time to be destroyed, so Levi Garrison got it. Although you got the password box, it is already covered with toxins, you are dead. Poison Yama sneered. Levi Garrison smiled, really? He raised his hand. There was an invisible glove on his hand. It turns out that he had already prepared. Not to mention being prepared. After Levi Garrison was baptized with poison in the palace of the Blood King, he was almost immune to most of the poison. Toxic Yama was stunned. The hidden weapon wizards were also stunned. Tyrannosaurus and they were dumbfounded. None of these four demon heads, Messiah, had ever been caught. When Levi Garrison was here, were all easily defeated. How powerful is Levi Garrison? Isn't he poisoned and injured? How can it be stronger than before? Is this injury or enhancement? Levi Garrison captured Poison Yama and hidden weapon wizards together. Come on, who is the person behind you? Speak out, I can spare your lives. Levi Garrison asked. Chapter 1357. Want to know the secret from us? Give up. In the end Erudaya will perish, and you will all die. Poison Yanluo and Tang Yulong gave out hideous smiles. They bit off the poison hidden in their mouths. Soon the two of them vomited blood in their mouths, their eyes turned out, and their eyes protruded. Died. In order to keep a secret, the two chose to commit suicide. Oh shit! Levi Garrison hammered the ground fiercely. This kind of poison and hidden weapon is the most difficult to prevent. If they are sincerely thinking, there is no way. At this time, Levi Garrison came to the Tyrannosaurus people board. The faces of everyone are still incredible. It was shocking. He is too strong. Tyrannosaurus looked at Levi Garrison and said, I admit that we were wrong before and shouldn't treat you like that. But can't you take action earlier? Why did you choose to take action after we were injured? Everyone looked at Levi Garrison puzzledly. Why did you make the shot so late? Doesn't it reduce casualties if you shoot early? Levi Garrison sneered, I persuaded you before, but you didn't listen to it. Adults must be responsible for their actions and what they have said. Everyone is speechless. If everyone listened to Levi Garrison and changed course in time, they wouldn't encounter these demon heads and masters. No one will be injured or killed in that way. They are all to blame for this. No one can blame them for hurting them. They can only blame themselves. This is a punishment for them. They have to endure silently. At this time reinforcements arrived. When Messiah saw Levi Garrison carrying the box, everyone smiled with satisfaction. Fortunately we let you follow. Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. However, they are all dead. I don't have any information or clues. The task has been completed, you don't need to blame yourself. I'm waiting to meet the king of the word side by side. Messiah knelt down and met Levi Garrison. What? A word side by side king? Is he a word side by side king? Oh my god! The mysterious king of the word side by side turned out to be Levi Garrison. The eyes of the Tyrannosaurus on the ground were about to fly out. This is the most incredible thing they have ever heard. Levi Garrison turned out to be the king of the word side by side? Horrible. Again. Messiah is not a fool. Why not let Terry and Ray come? Did Levi come here? That's because Levi Garrison is the most sure. Is this a burden? Is this disabled? This is the F***ing king. Everyone is going crazy. Everyone is ashamed of all the stupid things they have done before, and can't wait to apologize with death. It is our mistake to be the king of the word side by side. We dare not ask for your forgiveness. We are grateful to the king. If it weren't for you, our mission would have failed. Everyone in Tyrannosaurus was about to cry. Lie on the ground to apologize to Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison ignored them, but came to the masked masters lying on the ground. Messiah also followed up, we can only rely on them to collect useful information. Because the four big monsters actually don't have any information mining. Levi Garrison waved his hand. Several Messiahs stepped forward and took off their masks one by one. The next moment is particularly shocking. Hiss! When the faces of these people were clearly seen, everyone uttered a cold breath. Including Levi Garrison. He was also shocked. This. Chapter 1358. Because the faces under the mask are totally unrecognizable. The faces are terrifying and scary. Worse than ghosts. The scars crisscrossed, completely disfigured. Everyone is like this. To what extent is the face damaged? Even the most advanced face recognition technology cannot tell who they are? I see. These people cover their faces with masks to hide their scars, and such scars don't want anyone to recognize them. Even if they are caught and killed, they won't be distinguished by us. What a mysterious and cautious organization. Levi Garrison took a breath. It's terrible. Others were also frightened. It seems that this organization is even more terrifying than imagined. No wonder there are no clues left for so many years. Such a meticulous operation. It's hard to stay. As for the traitors like Poison Yama, they used it in a big way. And these people would rather die than speak out. It shows the tightness of this organization. I'm more and more interested in getting these people out. Levi Garrison's eyes ignited intense interest. But it is also difficult. The four main gates and the major hidden powers abided by the agreement. Before they were born. They still operated an incident that was unfavorable to Arudaya, let alone completely free. They are more convenient to move and can hide. Messiah expressed his worries. Levi Garrison smiled, but this will increase the chance of them appearing. With this kind of opportunity, they will act more and more in the future. That's true. There will be Lao's word side by side. Messiah was humane. Don't worry, they won't get rid of them for a day. I, Levi Garrison, will definitely hold on to them. Levi Garrison's domineering way. Looking at Levi Garrison's appearance, Tyrannosaurus and the others were both admired and Ashamed. This is the country's most important weapon. It is worthy of the name of the god of war of the country and the king of the word side by side. How important is this genetic medicine? Levi Garrison asked. One word side by side, the king tells you the truth. This gene liquid medicine is mainly to make a special effect medicine. This drug is a fusion of modern biotechnology and Arudaya's ancient medical techniques, and is made with some extremely precious medicinal materials. To be exaggerated, this drug can have the effect of resurrecting the dead. It is used to save life at the most critical moment. Messiah explained. Levi Garrison smiled and said, "Is it for your life? That should be stronger than the drugs brought by Ray and Terry." "Yes, it's a bit exaggerated to come back to life. But you can definitely save your life at a critical moment. It's even more possible to prolong one's life. According to the results of the experiment, when some patients are on the verge of death, taking drugs not only guarantees that they will not die, but also prolongs their lifespan by at least 3 years. Other people take it to prolong their life for 7 or 8 years, and change their physique. After listening, Levi Garrison understood. No wonder so many people want this genetic liquid medicine. This medicine can almost bring back the dead. After the drug is born, it will be distributed in the form of rewards to those who have contributed to Arudaya. Don't worry, you also have a share of the word side by side. This is what you deserve," Messiah assured. Levi Garrison smiled. This medicine can be given to mothers and wives and daughters. Useful at critical moments. Can make him worry about the future. On the other side, in a manor in Fengtian City next to the capital. What? The mission failed. Chapter 1359. The leader wears a black dragon mask, although he can't see his face clearly. But you can imagine that he is angry at this moment. Isn't it possible? Can't the 4-demon be gone? Although Messiah is strong, those people are too easy to deal with. How could they fail? The man in the black dragon mask said in a low voice, "It is said that the guard has arranged a word side by side king." What? One word side by side. Messiah's good means, let Tang Tang escort the king side by side? They can't figure it out. The black dragon mask sighed, "Yes. I didn't expect it. He is really strong, and the 4-demon are not opponents. Fortunately, we don't leave any clues." Chief, Prince William of the Eagle Nation asked if we succeeded. "Tell Prince William, we failed." The black dragon mask said coldly. "Me. See." Prince William said that if we want to get what we want, we must come up with what he is satisfied with from other aspects. Soon, Prince William responded. The man in the black dragon mask said solemnly, "How about killing a few people?" "Hey? Who to kill?" others asked. "An idiot like Homo will only try to kill Levi Garrison. What's the point? It's just a cripple. We kill the active duty if we want to kill. I plan to kill Ray and Terry as a gift to Prince William. He will definitely like it." "Okay, this method is good," others echoed. The man in the black dragon mask sneered, "Okay, listen to my orders. The next plan is called hunting the god of war, and the targets are Terry and Ray." Levi Garrison returned to Northampton that day. Terry's guards were not aware of it. "Took me to the ancestral home of the Lopez family. I'm going to see Lavilia and Zoe." Levi Garrison missed this wife. Although the old lady imposed a ban in the name of the Zisha clan, what about Levi Garrison? In this world, who can restrain him? Soon, the Northern Heavenly King took him to the house of Lopez's ancestors. In front of the gate, Lavilia was playing, and when he saw Levi coming, the little guy rushed up. "Father!" Levi Garrison held the little baby in his arms. "Do you miss your dad? Think about it." "Boo!" Lavilia kissed Levi Garrison's face. Lavilia shouted excitedly, I said that my father will come to see me and my mother soon. Lavilia's movement attracted everyone in the ancestral house. What happened? One girl rushed out first. As soon as she saw Levi Garrison, she immediately roared, Levi Garrison, what are you doing? Hurry up and put Lavilia down for me. Are you talking about the ban from Grandma? You are not even qualified to see Lavilia and Zoe. Right now. Levi Garrison didn't care about it at all, and continued to hold Lavilia. You won't put Lavilia down for me. The girl rushed over menacingly. She wanted to snatch Lavilia from Levi Garrison's hands. Snapped. The Northern Heavenly King suddenly stopped in front of her and grabbed her wrist, making the girl unable to move. Let me go. Do you know who I am? The Lopez family is now in full swing. Better than the Garrison clan in Oakland City. People like her are even more arrogant. I thought that the whole Arudaya was walking sideways, and no one paid attention to it. I care who you are. The Northern Heavenly King sneered. Remove your stinky hands. Otherwise, you will die. Said angrily. The Northern Heavenly King pushed her away. After girl stood firm, she roared, Come on, Levi is here, take Lavilia away. Chapter 1360. That girl's words quickly caused a chain reaction. The ancestral home of the Lopez family was boiling. Dozens and hundreds of people rushed out. In the end, everyone came to the court surrounded by the old lady. There are also several super masters of the Western Shu family. Not to mention the god-level master. Levi Garrison, you are so brave. How dare you ignore the ban and come to see Lavilia privately? You are looking for death. Lokita and Loki scolded angrily. Yes, I must teach him a little lesson this time. Last time there was a god of war, so he was lucky. Where do I see him going this time? Had asked Levi Garrison to surround them for fear that they would run away. Aaron sneered, I heard that your goddess of war has left, so I came to find a son again. Caitlin echoed, yes, how smart Levi Garrison is, knowing that our Lopez family is extraordinary. Nowadays. He must have come back to swear. Harry beard silently, isn't it? In terms of background, my Lopez family is better than that female god of war. Levi Garrison naturally wants to climb my Lopez family. Faced with the accusations from the Lopez family, Levi Garrison took it seriously. He is still playing with the Lavilia in his arms. It seems to Levi Garrison that you don't take my words as the same thing? Until you are qualified, I will never allow you to meet Lavilia and Niang. The old lady said angrily. May I ask what status you are now? The old lady asked seriously. Lavilia's father. Zoe's husband. Don't be slick. What I asked was that you came to see them in your identity. The old lady is already getting angry. My identity is a citizen of Arudaya, Arudaya is behind me. I represent Arudaya. Levi approached. The meaning of his words is very simple, he is the king of the word side by side, and naturally represents Arudaya. Ha ha ha, I am also a damn citizen of Arudaya, which also represents Arudaya. You said something. Nonsense. Ha ha ha, you are really humble. The Lopez family looked at him playfully. Presumptuous. Dare to talk such nonsense in front of me. Are you provoking my Western Shu family? The old lady was completely irritated. At the moment when the sword was violent, Zoe ran out, interrupting the flaming atmosphere. She ran to the front and snatched Lavilia from Levi Garrison's arms. Zoe! Levi Garrison shouted. Zoe stopped for a while, but then left with Lavilia in his arms and entered the ancestral house. Regardless of Levi Garrison, she still did not forgive Levi Garrison because of the previous incident. Levi Garrison is really a headache. This Terry is really a bad thing. Not only did it affect his plan, it also affected his relationship with Zoe. The key is also strange. Why does Terry treat herself this way? This makes him still very curious. Levi Garrison looked helplessly. Fortunately, Lavilia and Zoe have seen it today. Levi, let's go back. Hearing this, the Northern Heavenly King turned his wheelchair to leave. Wait. Is the Lopez family a place where you can come and leave as long as you want? Besides, what do you take the old lady's ban? Let you go. Where is the face of the Lopez family? What is the face of the Zisha clan? Girls shouted. Several masters blocked Levi Garrison's way. There was a goddess of war protecting you that day. I will save her face for the time being. What about today? The goddess of war is not by your side, I think. How do you escape? The old lady stared at Levi Garrison tightly. A big battle is on the horizon. Chapter 1361. Levi Garrison smiled. I don't want to escape. But in the face of your grandmother's face, I warn you, don't mess with me, because you can't afford it. As soon as Levi Garrison said this, everyone in the Lopez family was taken aback. Then they laughed. Are you crazy? What is Levi Garrison? The old lady is the sister of the helm of the Zisha clan. A handicapped in a wheelchair, she can't afford it. Levi Garrison's ruthless remarks are too untechnical, right? The old lady's eyes condensed, her face changed. I can't afford you? Are you sure? The old lady said coldly. Levi Garrison, you idiot. Even if you are the god of war of Erudaya, the old lady will give you 3 points at most, so she won't be offended by you. The others sneered. Levi Garrison ignored the others and nodded to the old lady. I'm sure. Okay, then you show how I can't offend you? I'm looking forward to it. If I can't offend you, I will be happy for Zoe and Lavilia. The old lady stared at Levi Garrison. If I can't show it, I won't let you see Zoe and Lavilia in this life, but I will also teach you. The old lady turned her words and said angrily. Levi Garrison thought for a while and said, 3 months. I'll pick up Zoe and Lavilia. Let you be convinced. He promised Messiah for 3 months to pull out this dark force of Erudaya. The next 3 months are expected to be very dangerous, but it is safer for Zoe and Lavilia to stay with the old lady. As a result, he will send someone to protect it. Secondly, the Western Shu family will protect. With double protection, it is safer. It's just that you can't see Lavilia and Zoe anytime. But for the sake of Erudaya and his future, he must endure it. He has already planned. Use 3 months to eliminate all forces or people that threaten Erudaya. He wants to clean it up. So based on this idea, Levi Garrison booked a 3-month period with the old lady. In this way, why does the old lady prevent him from seeing the Zoe? She will definitely strengthen her protection. Fart. Levi Garrison is just a tactic to slow you down. Deliberately set a deadline so that we can let you go now? Zone on. Levi Garrison, don't think too much, you can't leave today. Everyone in the Lopez family became Levi Garrison's transfer target and wanted to get out of trouble. But the old lady is very curious. Oh? 3 months later, can you still return to the position of Erudaya, god of war? If you can return to the position of Erudaya war god, you will be qualified to talk to the Western Shu family. In the eyes of the 4 gate lords, they are all equal to or even higher than the Erudaya god of war. You can give 3 points of courtesy, but you must not lose your momentum and strength. Even crushed. Levi Garrison smiled and said, no. 3 months later, I will let you all understand that the 4 gate valves will be stepped on by me. You really can't afford it. Levi Garrison's words caused serious dissatisfaction among everyone. The old lady laughed, Okay, I'll give you a chance, and wait for you to pick up someone in 3 months. Go, leave. The Northern Heavenly King then pushed Levi Garrison away. Grandma, how could you let him go? He just said that on purpose. Yes, before Levi came to this kid, he always made an agreement with others. These are all his words. For getting out. Everyone said. What? Have I been fooled by this kid? The old lady exclaimed. Chapter 1362. Hurry up and chase this kid back. The girl shouted. If you chase him at this time, you will inevitably conflict with the female god of war. Well, if he dares to lie to me, never even think about seeing his children and his wife. The old lady said angrily. After Levi Garrison arranged for the masters of the Levi squad to protect Zoe, he will start to plan. Hall Master, recently there are many masters in the North Liang Gate staring at us, they may be afraid of the Great Wall Army, they are too late to do anything. The Northern Heavenly King said. Levi Garrison smiled. It seems that Terry arranges people by his side, which is also good. At least it frightened many people and concealed a lot of trouble. Me. See. Are there any other changes? Levi Garrison asked. There is no such thing for the time being, the whereabouts of this group are too hidden. There is no clue at all. The Western Heavenly King shook his head. At present, Levi Garrison used all the resources he could use to investigate this group as the king. It is estimated that it is only a matter of time before it is found. Now foreign enemies dare not invade Arudaya the slightest, but there are many hidden dangers inside. Especially now that the major hidden forces are free, they are even more unscrupulous. Already daring enough to start grabbing things in the realm of the capital. God knows what they will do next. Order the ministries to pay close attention. I feel that they will definitely make big moves next. Levi Garrison already had this strong hunch. Understand? By the way, Levi Garrison expected it very accurately. They are going to do it. Now, Ray wanted to know Levi Garrison's physical condition, so he directly asked Terry. On the phone, Terry claimed that 1 or 2 sentences were unclear and asked Ray to interview. After all, both of them hope that Levi Garrison will recover as soon as possible. The purpose is the same. The place where the two met was chosen in Northampton. The whereabouts of Ray and Terry are confirmed. They will meet tomorrow at Bayonne Villa in Northampton. Get ready now. You only need to succeed this time, not fail. At the same time use all resources to block Northampton secretly. I don't believe that a king can save these two people thousands of miles away. This time, we want Arudaya to know the horror of our avengers. Everyone thought that the king was in the north side by side. The same is true for the information they received. Besides, no one would have thought of their action this time. It's different from the previous action of grabbing genetic medicine. That time, Messiah had prepared well in advance, so the king would appear side by side. But this time is different. After all, hunting down the two gods, this is an action that no one dares to think. And the assassination was carried out suddenly. No one can predict it at all. Even Levi Garrison couldn't predict that they would be so crazy. We'll kill Arudaya's 2 war gods at the same time. This is completely crazy behavior. Overnight, a lot of superpowers flooded in Northampton. What is even more frightening is that Northampton is invisibly blocked. Only exit, no entry. It shows the strong background and resources of the Avengers. The inside and outside of Bayonne Villa is even more spread out. Just wait for Terry and Ray to come. The next day, Terry and Ray both came to Northampton. Because Levi Garrison's recovery was slow, the two decided to discuss the solution face to face. Soon, Terry came to Bayonne Villa for the first time. Soon after, Ray also entered the villa. The two were not aware of it at all. Ready? There is no doubt that the two war gods will die today in Arudaya. Chapter 1363. Terry and Ray didn't even know what kind of heaven and earth they were in. It also shows how terrifying the masters arranged by the Avengers are. Even the gods of the two wars were not aware of it. Although the two have always been very vigilant, they never thought that someone would be bold enough to kill them. Still on the land of Arudaya. You are waiting outside the door. Terry ordered the two. Ray's 3 apprentices and Terry's 4 female warlords were waiting outside. Levi Garrison's injury is a bit difficult at the moment. The two began to discuss how to make Levi Garrison recover as soon as possible. 7 kills outside the door chatted with a few of Terry's men. I don't understand, Ming. Levi Garrison is already the boss's defeat, why does the boss want to fight him again? Yeah, I can't figure it out. Is it just because God of War fan said I believe in Levi Garrison? The 4 girls smiled and said, we didn't understand it at first, but later we found some clues. Maybe it was because of feelings. Hey? Feelings. The face changed drastically when several people thought of 7 kills. Is it because Ray likes Terry, but Terry loves Levi Garrison? That's why there is such a situation. Hold on, it seems something is wrong. At this moment, Pa Jun noticed a clue. What's happenin'? Others asked. Don't you think it's too quiet? The atmosphere of this villa is a bit wrong. Breaking the army watched the surroundings vigilantly. Yes, there were a lot of people in the villa just now, how come they disappeared in an instant? Yeah, if you don't tell me, I didn't even find out. It's true. Everyone, be careful and be prepared. 7 kills immediately came to the room and reminded Terry and Ray. What? The two were taken aback first. Immediately afterwards, Ray laughed, you are worrying too much, this is Northampton. What is the danger? Besides, who are we? Who can bring us danger? He is the god of war in Arudaya. He is so fierce at home and abroad, who threatens him? That's right, what danger can we have? Terry also smiled. In their cognition and concept, they are godlike beings. Where is the danger in your own territory? Boom! But she just fell off. Suddenly this building was hit by a terrible bombardment, and the whole building collapsed instantly. Fortunately, all 3 of them are top masters and react quickly. Get out quickly before being buried in the soil. Ray and Terry looked at the collapsed building behind them with grey heads, smoke and dust billowing, and there were ruins in front of them. Watch out! Watch out! Several people exclaimed. No one had thought of the sudden scene. This Bayun villa is actually in danger. The next second, a howling sound came out. The sound of footsteps came even more. The entire villa is densely packed with masked masters inside and out. Don't leave any way for Ray to survive. This. Everyone's complexion changed wildly, and they looked at the surrounding masters in disbelief. Someone really wants to deal with them? How can that be? Too bold, right? Don't you know their identities? Ray immediately said angrily, who are you? What are you going to do? Do you know who I am? Ray asked 3 consecutive questions. The other party just smiled contemptuously. Ray and Terry, today is your death date. Stay here. Forever. Kill. Chapter 1364. What? Kill us? Have you eaten the courage of the bear heart and leopard? Even at this moment, Ray and Terry could not understand that someone would kill them. Of course, it was mainly because of the recent actions that Levi Garrison was doing. This is a confidential order. No one else knows. Including them. Kill Terry and Ray. Hurry up. The headed man in the golden tiger mask gave an order. The masters in the field are all dispatched. What they want is a quick fight. So what? Want to kill me? Is it that easy? Ray is full of confidence. The victory over the Northern Heavenly King not long ago brought him the ultimate confidence. Fight! Kill it first before talking! Terry shouted angrily. A total of 9 people were killed out. One hand. Ray's 9 faces changed wildly. Strong! The opponent is too strong. There are still so many people. Everyone is strong to the extreme. Ray originally wanted to kill the quartet and sweep the army. As a result, as soon as they fought, the 2 masters entangled him. Terry's combat power was a little weaker than Ray, and she was even more strenuous. Not to mention the other 7. The opponent can entangle them alone. Not to mention that the opponent has hundreds of masters. Grandmaster. All master-level powerhouses. Ray's face was extremely pale, and he kept breaking into cold sweat. Soon, he discovered that all the masters present were all of the master level. This is unimaginable. Almost dozens of masters. It's too bad. What is the origin of the other party? Can gather so many masters? What's more, there are hundreds of masters around, which are not counted outside the villa. Grandmasters walk everywhere, god-level Chinese cabbage. In order to kill them, I also took great pains. Ray used the combat skills of the Northern Liang clan to the extreme, and dealt with the major masters. Terry played very hard, but he could still persist. But the 7 kills and the broken army were all wounded after only 1 round of attack. There is no fighting power in an instant. Speed up! Don't give them any respite. The man in the golden tiger mask urged. The attacks on the Avengers' side became more fierce and impenetrable. The 7 killers flew out immediately, and could not get up again. Had it not been for the 2 of Ray who had just taken care of them, I am afraid that all these people would have died. At this time, Ray and Terry were also injured. After taking the ancient medicine, they recovered a lot. But the opponent is too strong. The offensive is too strong. The 2 of them didn't last long, and they were all beaten out. At this time, taking ancient medicines is no longer useful. Their combat effectiveness has basically been lost. Only death is waiting for the 2. Unbelievable. Ray and neither of them could imagine that the other side would have so many masters to kill them. What kind of terrorist organization is this? So many masters and god-level powerhouses? Kill them, we leave. Jinhu Mask ordered. Wait, do you really dare to kill us? I am Ray, the god of war of Arudaya. Do you know the consequences of killing me? Ray said coldly. Until now, he still feels that the other party can't kill him. His status is too high. Who dares? I know, but you are the one I killed. The man said coldly. Wait. I want to know who you are. Terry has given up. What if reinforcements arrive? This group is too strong, and reinforcements are no match for them. Dozens of masters, countless gods. You are not qualified to know. Chapter 1365. Kill them. Then put their heads on the highest point in Northampton. Despair. Endless despair. Ray didn't even think of this day. The main reason was that his journey was so smooth that he sat in the supreme position. He couldn't sit still in this position. Many things have not been done yet. Is he going to die? He is unwilling. Unwilling to die like this. Ray tried to delay time, but the other party didn't pay attention at all, and the butcher knife in his hand had already been cut off. Are you going to die? The 2 had already felt the killing intent attacking their bodies. Boom! At a critical moment, a pebble shot out like a bullet, crossed an arc, and struck quickly. Suddenly, the person wielding a butcher knife was hit like a car accident, and the whole person flew out. The butcher knife in his hand snapped. The sudden scene interrupted the Avengers' position. What's the situation? Everyone looked around, everyone was already panicked. Want to kill my general? Have you asked me? At this time, the door suddenly opened. Several people walked in from outside. The leader, wearing a mask, also has a striking ring on his hand. The person next to him is holding a sword. Yanlong mask, Yanlong ring, Yanlong sword. What? You are the king of the word side by side. The faces of everyone in the Avengers changed drastically. Looking at Levi Garrison incredulously. According to their information, the king is in the capital or the north. It will never appear in Northampton. But I saw it. Damn it. When Ray and Terry, who were on the verge of death, saw Levi Garrison, joy burst into their eyes. They are saved. The king appeared side by side. That's just right. Then today, kill it with you. On the Avengers' side, after the panic, they were all murderous. Order, everyone besieged and killed the king side by side. The man in the golden tiger mask ordered. Master Jinho is moving outside. Subordinates report at this time. Don't waste your effort, all the people outside are dead. Levi Garrison smiled. That's the same to kill you. With an order from Jinho, all the hundreds of masters present moved. It is really rare for dozens of masters to shoot together. The fighting power is so desperate. But they happened to meet Levi Garrison. He had done this long ago on the East Island. An unprecedented battle is on the horizon. Quickly. Ray was dumbfounded. Terry was stunned. One word side by side, the king is too damn strong. Simply invincible. Hundreds of masters in the Avengers fell one after another in front of him. What about dozens of masters? How about all god-level masters? Levi Garrison, beheaded with a single sword. After a while, the Avengers all fell. Jinho also committed suicide immediately. All dead. Shocked. Too shocking. Like the capital before, the faces under these people's masks have long been completely different. Their faces cannot be recognized at all. Levi Garrison had anticipated this a long time ago and didn't feel strange. But this shocked Ray and the others. Who are these people? The two who reacted immediately knelt in front of Levi Garrison. Thank you for your help. However, my subordinates have questions. Why did you appear in Northampton, the king of the word side by side? Ray was full of doubts. Chapter 1366. If it weren't for Levi Garrison's appearance, he would die without a place to be buried. Originally, Levi Garrison would not have noticed this action by the Avengers. The main reason was that they secretly blocked Northampton. No matter how secretive it was under Levi Garrison's nose after all. Almost all the eyes of Levi's squad are in Northampton. So when the Avengers took action, Levi Garrison knew it. But this happened in Northampton, but it will happen elsewhere. Levi Garrison couldn't save it either. I have been in Northampton. Levi Garrison answered. Okay. Both Ray and Terry were taken aback. Are Wong and Levi Garrison in the same place? What a coincidence. However, the two people admire the king of the word side by side. Ray, neither can you, still too bad. Levi Garrison said coldly. This is his objective evaluation. Ray thrown into this group of people, they are only average. But he is the erudite god of war. This is simply a shame. Ray looked ugly. But he clenched his fist tightly, but I am at least stronger than Levi Garrison. Now that the masters of the major hidden forces appear, it is normal that I am not as good as them. Ho ho! Levi Garrison sneered. This Ray's obsession with him is deep enough. Is he inferior to him? Ho ho! He can crush Ray with just one finger. He still thinks so? However, Ray did not feel much ashamed. The word side by side in front of him is stronger than him, he is convinced. Why did you come to Northampton? Is there any mission? Why don't I know? Levi Garrison began to question. This. Ray and Terry looked at each other and didn't know how to answer. Regarding Levi Garrison, they didn't dare to tell the king one word. I told you not to spend your time and energy on unused things. Okay. Levi Garrison said coldly. Okay, I see. Everyone nodded. This time, it also taught them enough lessons. Dare to ask one word side by side, King, who shot us? Terry asked. This matter has nothing to do with you. Don't ask more. Ray and several people left. We must be careful in the future, Arudaya is not safe anymore. Ray sighed. No one thought that this would happen. Terry broke out in a cold sweat. Now I finally know my gap. I will work harder. But Levi Garrison is still my obsession, he is not my opponent, I must beat him again. There was light in Ray's eyes. Hall Master, this time they finally showed their feet. After all, they secretly blocked Northampton. So we caught a clue. Levi Garrison smiled, well, I know. This time, their biggest mistake is to choose to start in Northampton. Notify the ministries and check for me. The Avengers did not expect that someone would suddenly come out. Their perfect plan failed again. However, the biggest news recently is that Emperor Tang, who is the helm of the Western Shu Gate, among the 4 gates, was born. He will come to Lopez's house in Northampton. This makes the Lopez family's status skyrocket again. Faintly became the first family of Arudaya, and even the Garrison family was better than that. Zoe, my brother wants to see you. In the future, your status will become more and more noble. You are not worthy of Levi Garrison. Chapter 1367. The other 3 gate valves are also ready to move. The appearance of the King of Western Shu caused widespread heated discussion. Levi came here and let the ministries track down the Avengers' information. Levi Garrison was taking a walk by a certain lake in the north of the Yangtze River, followed by the Western Heavenly King. There are clues that a certain prince from the Eagle Nation has close contact with this group. Others are still being investigated. The Western Heavenly King gave an important clue. War Eagle Nation. When mentioning this country, Levi Garrison's eyes burst with anger. Once suffered a loss in their hands. This is a race known for its despicable methods. All kinds of methods are used to extremes. There was a tragedy at the border that was related to them. 115 of his brothers died tragically. This is what the Eagle Nation did. They were persecuted by their trickery and murdered in cruel ways. He only hates this race. The key is that the War Eagle Nation secretly designed everything, and no clues can be found. Knowing that they did it, they set aside everything. In those days, Levi Garrison disregarded the order and killed one person to the War Eagle Nation for revenge. That time he was almost dismissed from his post. Later, he could only give up, and could only watch them at large, but could not take revenge. Because there is no evidence to prove that it was made by the War Eagle country. He has no reason to act. Sure enough, a group of nasty people got together. Levi Garrison said angrily. Check. Check it out for me. Levi Garrison said angrily. This time, if there is a reason, he will take revenge. Understand? Everyone shouted. I'll go for a while alone. You go back first. Levi Garrison ordered. Levi Garrison was in a bad mood when he mentioned the War Eagle Nation. He waited a long time on this day. But there is no reason to do it. I don't know who the latter is. Hope this time by catching the Avengers, all the enemies of the Eagle Nation will be found out. Before he knew it, he had already circled the West Lake in Northampton. Come to a place with beautiful scenery, there is almost no one here. I only saw a few people not far ahead. One of the old men was wearing a black tang suit with a dusty temperament on his body. Next to him was a young girl, about 10 years old. With a high ponytail and a proud face. The Lady of the Sky. 10 meters behind, one old and one young, 6 people closely followed, all in white. The word Zishu is embroidered on the chest. These 6 people are extremely terrifying. Grand Master. 6 masters whose strength is above the demon sword of the East Island. Calculate according to the year. The 6 are all century-old masters. Looking at this posture, the 6 are just slaves. Levi Garrison saw through the strength of the 6 at a glance. He was also horrified. What is the identity of this young and old? How about 600-year-old masters as servants? What Levi Garrison didn't know was that this was the Western Shu Tang Gate, the Western Shu. Emperor Tang Emperor and his granddaughter Linda. They just arrived in Northampton. Come to appreciate the charm of Westlake. After all, because of the agreement, he has been trapped in the land of Zishu and has never been born. Curiosity turned to curiosity, but Levi Garrison didn't think too much and kept walking. Stop! Isn't this where you should be? But when he took 2 steps, he was stopped by a few people. Why? Levi Garrison squinted his eyes. Because this area is a private forbidden area, no people can enter. Several people said coldly. Levi Garrison understood in an instant. This area is sealed off. No wonder the Ziza Lake, which has always been hot, is so crowded. But Levi Garrison ignored it and continued to walk. Chapter 1368. Stop! You don't understand human words, do you? I asked you to stand still and not hear. Several people shouted coldly. The king of Zishu, who was the clan of Zishu, came, and they were responsible for clearing the field. After the identity was revealed, everyone in the room was evacuated in an orderly manner. There is no one who dares to say no. As a result, there was such a stunned green. Still have to push in. Get out, don't get in my way. Levi Garrison said solemnly. Now his mood is extremely gloomy. Blocking his way is tantamount to angering him. Do you know who we are? The Western Shu Gate clan. A few people just showed their identities and shocked Levi Garrison. How many people were pushed away by Levi Garrison in an instant? I do not want to know. Being pushed away easily, the eyes of a few people were full of horror. Come on! Stop him! Several people exclaimed. Soon, the masters of the Zishu clan hidden in the dark appeared one after another, stopping Levi Garrison. If you don't want to die, let me go. Lavili roared angrily. Presumptuous, dare to be so presumptuous in front of the Zishu clan? Do you want to fight? Someone shouted coldly. I'm hitting the celebrity. Levi Garrison shot directly. He punched hard. Fist to the flesh. Everyone complained endlessly. Soon a large swath of people fell in front of him. The movement here attracted the attention of the Emperor Xi Shu and his granddaughter not far away. How could the two of them never think that someone would be making trouble in front of the clan of Zishu as soon as they were born? Impatient to live? There is such a bold person in this dunya? How dare to break ground on Tai Sui? The Western Shu Emperor said solemnly. What happened? When everyone came here, they couldn't help but sternly said. Linda stared at Levi Garrison with her beautiful eyes. Master, this kid doesn't listen to our dissuasion and wants to enter here forcibly. Emperor Tang looked cold after listening. The host. All the members of the Western Shu Gate arched their waists together, with a panic look on their faces. I'm afraid this is angry. After all, he is the helm of the Gate of Zishu. In their eyes, this is the ruler of one party. Just like the ancient emperor. Now there is a kid who is provoking? You don't know who we are. Linda shouted coldly. Levi Garrison said with a cold face, I don't know, and I don't want to know. This scene stunned all the members of the Zishu clan. They have always been aloof. Now that he joins the world, he is regarded as a godlike existence. Hearing that the Emperor of Western Shu was coming to Northampton, the celebrities from the South held a super big banquet to welcome him. Everyone respects him like a god. In the end, he was so provoked by a hairy boy. You are looking for death. You will die when you finish speaking. One of the 6 servants behind Emperor Tang said angrily. In Zisha Gate, there is a strict rule. Anyone who provokes the top, kill. To be in the gate of Zishu, Levi Garrison just finished saying this and he immediately fell to the ground. Little Lu, don't be so reckless. This is not our turf. You have to adapt to this world. Don't fight and kill at every turn. Emperor Tang said coldly. Yan Ran, what do you think should be done? This matter. Emperor Tang looked at his granddaughter. Grandpa, let's do it. Let him kneel down and apologize, this thing is over. Linda suggested. The kid heard that there was no such thing. Kneel down and apologize, this incident has never happened before, you are so lucky. Yes, otherwise you will die. Quickly kneel down and apologize. Spare you. Everyone scolded. Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. Why is there always someone looking for death? Chapter 1369. Roll. Levi Garrison said angrily. This group of people blocked it and didn't talk about it, and deliberately embarrassed him. The words are not astonishing and endless. When Levi Garrison said this, everyone in the Zisha clan was dumbfounded. Someone actually let them go? Is this crazy? Provoked to the head of the Western Shu Gate. Kill. The servant behind Emperor Tang directly killed Levi Garrison. This is a century-old master. It is better than the demon sword. M.BG. Back then, if these people couldn't get out of the world, there would have been a time when the demon swords were rampant in Dongfang continent. Boom. Just a punch can have a mighty power. It's like a big mountain is coming under the pressure. The terrible feeling of oppression is beyond description. Most people are afraid that their organs will be crushed by the terrifying aura before the power of this punch. This is the horror of a century-old master. An ordinary punch with no surprise has the power to destroy the world. This punch fell on the person, fearing that the flesh and blood would have to burst. When he shot, everyone knew a result: Levi Garrison would undoubtedly die. Boom! There was a dull loud noise. The blue bricks under my feet burst one by one. Everyone was forced to retreat by this powerful Yu-Wei. The most desperate thing is that Levi Garrison has trouble. He abruptly took this punch. The punch hit hard with the punch of the servant of the century-old master. Puff! The servant of a century-old master vomited blood, and the whole person flew out. Boom! A blood hole burst into his body. Just now, Levi Garrison's punch blasted into his body, unable to disperse. Horrified. Very horrified. Everyone's eyes widened, and their eyeballs were about to fly out. What power is this? You must know that the top 10 servants of the Western Shu Emperor, even in the entire Western Shu family, are the top-notch existence. But it's no match for a worldly hairy boy. This is simply unimaginable. I come. Another century-old master moved instantly. Do all you can to kill Levi Garrison. Boom! Levi Garrison still punched. He also flew out. I come. The third century-old master played. Boom! He also lost. I don't believe it. The 400-year-old master shot, and the result was equally defeated. Shame. Absolute shame. For hundreds of years, the 4 main gate valves, I am afraid that there is no such shame. The personal guard of the Western Shu Emperor was actually lost to a kid. Lost in consecutive battles. Let's go together. Kill him. In the end, the remaining 2 servants also shocked and shot. It is bound to kill Levi Garrison. Otherwise, if this matter spreads out, the clan of Zisha will become a joke. The 2 hold the belief that they will kill. Use the most powerful combat skills. Levi Garrison was still the same as before, motionless, blasting against their powerful combat skills. With unpretentious fists. Puff! Puff! But in an instant, these 2 servants all flew out. Blood spilled all over the floor. At this point, all 600-year-old master slaves fell to the ground. In everyone's eyes, it's all incredible. Too frightening. Is this young man a man or a ghost? Is this still dunya? Is this still modern society? How could there be such a strong man? The key is so young. Unimaginable. There are countless geniuses in the clan of Zishu, whose strength is comparable to that of a century-old master. But there is absolutely no such thing as an easy defeat of 600-year-old masters at once. Levi Garrison said with a cold face and looked at the 2 emperors and granddaughters of Zishu. Do I still need to kneel down and apologize now? Chapter 1370. This. Everyone was taken aback. No one would have thought that meeting a young man would be heinously strong. Is this still dunya? They encountered such an existence as soon as they were born. The 600-year-old grandmasters are actually lost. I was defeated so easily. This sun can be said to be against the sky. I am afraid that only Arudaya Wolong had this qualification. When he was young. The Western Shu Emperor exclaimed. Who is Arudaya Wolong? Each one is against the sky. Among these hidden forces, these 5 people are the martial arts. Sealing. The 4 main gates and the strongest martial arts among the major hidden forces. 5 people are myths. It is also a legend. Today, the Emperor Zisha thought of these 5 people after seeing Levi Garrison. I thought that the miracle of the Arudaya 5 dragons could also be copied. The 4 gate valves have been trained for so many years, but there is no one who succeeds the Arudaya Wolong. Didn't think of appearing in the dunya. It's incredible. However, the most frightening thing is that Levi Garrison is not succeeding the Arudaya Wolong, but is comparable to or even the Arudaya Wolong. Linda's beautiful eyes were all incredible. There are a lot of geniuses among the 4 main gates, and Linda worships several. But it was the first time I saw someone like Levi Garrison. Too strong. I instantly convinced her who was arrogant. He is just a worldly person. Is it the Zisha clan? Is anyone else coming? Levi Garrison glanced at the owners of the Zisha clan. Everyone dared not touch Levi Garrison's gaze. Even the Emperor of Western Shu. No one would dare to fight Levi Garrison. Little brother, this is a misunderstanding. We don't have much contradiction, it won't happen. The Western Shu Emperor's suit is weak. Linda also agreed, it's wrong, we don't have much grudges. We won't fight each other. Levi Garrison sneered and said, there is no contradiction. There is no grudge. But you are going to kill me? You innocently blocked this place? Why is it a misunderstanding? Facing Levi Garrison's questioning, everyone was dumbfounded. We are not right about this matter. I apologize to you on behalf of the Zisha clan. Sir, you can mention it if you have any conditions. As an apology. The Emperor Zishu even apologized. This is something no one else thought of. Linda also looked incredible. Their vision and knowledge are not as good as that of the Western Shu Emperor. Underestimated Levi Garrison's status in the minds of the Western Shu Emperor. Also underestimated the value of Levi Garrison. Fortunately, the Western Shu Emperor apologized, otherwise Levi Garrison would definitely pursue it. To the end. Well, you have also learned a lesson, don't let me meet it next time. Levi Garrison turned around and was about to leave. Hold on. Mr. Hold on. The Emperor Xi Shu rushed to Levi Garrison and stopped him. Something. Levi Garrison frowned. Little sir, I am Emperor Tang, the head of the Western Shu family. An extraordinary person like you should know the four main doors, right? The Emperor Zishu asked. Yet. I know. Mister, as the head, I invite you to join the Zisha clan. I promise that as long as you join the Zisha clan, your status is second only to me. In the future I can even give you the Zisha clan. I promise you can use all the resources of the Western Shu men. You can do anything, with the Zisha men behind. The Western Shu Emperor actually made such a promise, which is even more unexpected to everyone. Can actually become the second in command of the Western Shu Gate. They couldn't understand the eagerness of the Western Shu Emperor. As long as Levi Garrison joins the Western Shu Gate sect, the Western Shu Emperor can sit him on top of the four gate sects. Chapter 1371. This is what the Emperor Zishu has thought about all his life. Zishu Gate valve is the last of the four gate valves. But if there is a Tianjiao like Levi Garrison to join, it will definitely take off. Therefore, the Western Shu Emperor must do everything possible to win Levi Garrison. With him, the next 100 years, or even hundreds of years, will belong to the era of the Western Shu family. The Emperor Zishu bent down in front of Levi Garrison, waiting for his answer. This is beyond the imagination of other people in the Western Shu family. The Emperor of Western Shu actually put on such a low profile. Mr. Little must ask you to join the Zisha clan. I can agree to any conditions. The Zisha clan is very sincere. In the eyes of everyone, the conditions given by the Emperor Zisha were too tempting, and no one would refuse. Levi Garrison raised his eyes and sneered, not interested. Levi Garrison left after speaking. Sir, don't, you can discuss any conditions. I can agree to whatever you want. The Western Shu Emperor was in a hurry. No more nonsense, kill you all. Levi Garrison showed his killing intent, like a devil. Everyone in the Western Shu Gate was frightened. If Levi lays down the ultimate move, there will be no one on the scene who will escape. Levi Garrison frightened everyone. The Western Shu Emperor also stopped talking. Everyone can only watch Levi Garrison leave. The Emperor Xi Shu's throat turned, but after all, there was no word. When Levi Garrison left, the coercion he brought to everyone disappeared. Everyone was gasping for breath. Grandpa, why are you begging him to enter my Zisha clan in such a manner? I admit that he is amazing, but not to such an extent, right? Linda looked puzzled. The same is true for others. Arudaya Wolong knows, right? The Emperor Zishu asked. Hiss. Everyone took a deep breath. That is the legend, that is the ceiling. That is everyone's lifelong dream. But 100 years have passed, and even the successors of Arudaya Wolong have not appeared. They are too strong. It's too hard to catch up with them. That young man should be the person closest to the Arudaya Wolong in this era. He will definitely reach the level of the Arudaya Wolong in the future, said the Emperor Zishu. What? Everyone looked crazy. I have never seen someone at this age and in this state. He can definitely be the successor of the Arudaya 5 Dragons. If he joins the Zisha Gate, we will definitely be the first of the 4 gates. The Emperor Zishu explained. That's it. It's terrible. Several people in Linda opened their mouths wide, their faces all over in disbelief. Yan Ran will give you a task next. Be sure to find out all his information. I can't let go of this person. If you let others know, I will definitely win them. Whoever wins it will be the era of whoever wins it in the next 100 years, said the Emperor Zishu. Understand? I must find out everything and try to let him join the Zisha clan. Linda said. The Emperor of Western Shu glanced at Linda and said, if he hasn't married yet, it would be better if Linda you marry him. There is no limit to the future. Hearing this, Linda's face blushed. For those who have practiced martial arts since they were young, they generally worship and admire the strong. Levi Garrison fits so well. Okay, it's so decided. The Emperor's issue also smiled. He is already dreaming about Levi Garrison becoming his grandson-in-law in the future. At this time, the old lady brought a large group of people from the Lopez family to the shore of West Lake. Brother, we're here to pick you up, shouted the old lady. The people behind him were excited and nervous. Chapter 1372. This will be the great backer of the Lopez family's centuries of prosperity. It's not an exaggeration to call the ancestors. Do you want to kneel down? Harry couldn't help asking. They all want to perform well in front of the Western Shu Emperor. You don't need to kneel, everyone else should kneel down, the old lady said. Puff. Puff. The Lopez family knelt down one after another. Big brother, this is my husband Harry, these are the younger generations of the Lopez family, introduced the old lady. The Western Shu Emperor didn't have any thoughts on them, but just nodded dumbly. As for Linda and others, there is no interest in the Lopez family at all. Okay. The indifference of the Zisha clan made Li Jia panic. Is it because the reception work is not done properly? Even the old lady was taken aback. However, she immediately pulled Zoe's mother and daughter to the front and introduced, Big brother, this is my grandson and her daughter Lavilia, haven't you always wanted to see you? Zoe and Lavilia also greeted politely. However, the Western Shu Emperor was totally unreasonable, and he was surprised. Sister, guess what happened to me just now? Hey? What happened? The old lady was taken aback. I met a peerless genius. The strongest young man I have ever seen in my life. The Emperor Xi Shu exclaimed. What? A young man who can praise you so much, brother? It's hard to imagine. Linda added, just now Grandpa's 6 major servants were easily defeated. If he was really murderous, we might all have died just now. Yes. I can say that, he can be the successor of the Erudaya Wolong. The future achievements will be comparable to the Erudaya Wolong. The Western Shu Emperor was still immersed in the shock in front of him. What? Is there anything else? The old lady naturally knew Erudaya Wolong. The 4 gate valves have been trained for so many years, and there is always no successor to the Erudaya Wolong. Actually appeared? Where is he? The old lady swallowed fiercely. The Western Shu Emperor shook his head, he has just left. The most surprising thing is that he turned out to be a man of the world. It's unimaginable. What? In the dunya, there are young people who are capable of succeeding the Erudaya Wolong? There have never been 4 big gate lords. The old lady's surprised eyes were about to fly out. I really didn't think that the first day I joined the world, it gave me such a shock. It was terrible. The Emperor Xi Shu took a breath. I proposed the conditions that the Zisha clan would give him in the future, but he rejected it. If he joins the Zisha clan, we will definitely be the first in the future. The old lady nodded fiercely, that's definitely it. I planned like this. After checking his identity, I will betroth Yanran to him and let him be the successor of the clan of Zishu. I will bring him over at all costs. The Emperor Xi Shu said excitedly. The old lady couldn't help but say, Big brother, you just met him here, right? Yet. What's wrong? Most of them are from Northampton, or live in Northampton. You might know if you ask them. The old lady looked at everyone in the Lopez family. The Emperor Xi Shu patted his forehead and asked, by the way, do you know that there is an Amazing wizard in Northampton? His height is probably this high, and his age is probably no more than 30. The Emperor of Xisha described Levi Garrison's appearance. Everyone was taken aback, and subconsciously said, "How come you look a bit like Levi Garrison?" Chapter 1373. It's Dad. It's Dad. Lavilia clapped his little hands. Even Zoe felt that the description of Emperor's eyes was like Levi. "Grandpa Tang, is this person in a wheelchair?" Zoe asked curiously. The Western Shu Emperor shook his head. "No, he doesn't have a wheelchair. Besides, why does this kind of person need a wheelchair? That's not him." Zoe muttered to himself. First, Levi Garrison was in a wheelchair. Second, Levi Garrison would hardly come to places like Westlake. But how did she know that in order to avoid Terry's guards, Levi Garrison came here to listen to the information reported by the Western Heavenly King? It scared me to death. I really thought it was Levi Garrison. Harry gasped loudly. If it was Levi Garrison, the consequences would be unimaginable. The Western Shu Emperor is a godlike existence. Just one sentence pushed the Lopez family to the position of the first family in Arudaya. But the one described by the Emperor of Xi Shu, even he himself desperately wooed him. It is unimaginable. But if there are any amazing characters in Northampton, it is really Levi Garrison from before. After all, he is the god of war in Arudaya. Harry said. "I haven't heard of the others." "No, I've heard rumors before. It seems that the Levi squad is in Northampton. Maybe the character you met, Mr. Tang, belonged to the Levi's squad." "Of course it's not necessarily. Levi's squad was suppressed by Ray. It may also be from other hidden forces," Song Kui said. The expression of the Emperor Xi Shu changed. "Okay. But at least we have the direction to investigate." After saying this, the Emperor of Xi Shu fell on Zoe. "Are you Zoe?" "Yes, Grandpa Tang." Zoe answered. "Yes, not bad." The Emperor Xi Shu nodded. "Your husband is the former Arudaya war god Levi Garrison?" The Emperor Xi Shu continued to ask. The reason he wanted to see Zoe was the same. "Wrong. It's a pity that he is not anymore." The Western Shu Emperor smiled. "That's really a pity, otherwise we are now a strong alliance." "Brother, that person is stubborn and ignorant. Now he is not looking at me in a wheelchair. If he is the Arudaya god of war, I will not be able to see him." The old lady said angrily. "Unreasonable. Even if he is the Arudaya war god? How can I put him in my eyes?" The Emperor of Xisha was instantly angry. Even today's Arudaya god of war is nothing more than a little disciple of the northern Liang family clan. Just high status. In terms of strength, the Western Shu Emperor didn't put these war gods in his eyes. The old lady also said the period of March. "Hey! I want to see what qualifications he had to see his wife and daughter at that time. If he is not qualified, I will never let him see you." The Western Shu Emperor said angrily. When the Emperor Xi Shu said that, everyone in the Lopez family was relieved. Now Levi Garrison is completely finished. The goddess of war could not keep him. Unless he never wants to see his wife and daughter. Then let's go back. I will live in Northampton for a while. Until I find out which little gentleman has everything," said the Emperor Xishu. "That's a great honor. My Lopez Jiazu's grave has smoked." Harry and the others knelt down with excitement. Such a big man lives in Lopez house, something that he can't even think of. My Lopez family is going to fly completely. By the way, Mr. Tang, next Northampton celebrities will hold a banquet, please show your face. Chapter 1374. The Emperor Xi Shu nodded. "Well, I will participate." "That's great. Everyone in the Lopez family was very excited. After all, with the name of the Western Shu Emperor, he can bring unlimited benefits to the Lopez family. Jiaxi Lopez, welcome Tang Elder to Northampton with the highest courtesy. Finally, the Lopez family connected the Western Shu Emperor to the Lopez family. The reception etiquette caused a sensation throughout Northampton. Everyone knows that Emperor Zishu has moved into Lopez's house. Subsequently, the Lopez family arranged for the Black family to come to see the Emperor of Western Shu. At this moment, the juniors are gathering outside. Songkoi Lopez is with Zhang Song and concubine Jenny. M.Bg. Xiao Lopez, do you hate Levi Garrison? Concubine Jenny asked suddenly. Hate it. His presence makes me very upset. Songkoi thought for a while, but there was no deep hatred, but Levi Garrison made him upset. Concubine Jenny smiled sinisterly, this time, we can get rid of him. How to say? Isn't there a ban from the Western Shu family? Levi Garrison is temporarily not qualified to meet with Zoe and Lavilia. But we deliberately lured Levi Garrison over. Isn't it a violation of the agreement to let him come to this welcome banquet and meet with Zoe? Jennifer said. Songkoi's eyes lit up. In front of the Western Shu Emperor, Levi Garrison broke this rule. He is provoking the majesty of the Western Shu Emperor. The Western Shu Emperor will definitely deal with it ruthlessly. Hi. This trick is really high. Okay, I will send someone to make arrangements so that Levi Garrison will also come to the evening banquet. Menjiu next to him also laughed and said, it's great. This time the goddess of war has no reason to protect him. Levi Garrison must be abandoned. Concubine Jenny and Logan looked at each other and smiled. This time Levi Garrison was absolutely unable to escape from the sky. The evening dinner is absolutely epic. It is said that a full 70 million was spent. What reminded Levi Garrison was that he also received an invitation letter. Levi Garrison thought for a while and said, okay, I will go to participate. This made Songkoi and the others ecstatic. I'm afraid that Levi Garrison won't come to participate. The rest of the Lopez family and Black family had no idea about this matter. Before going to the dinner party, Songkoi came to Linda specially and asked, Miss Tang, what if Levi Garrison does not care about the rules and insists on running to see his wife and daughter? Two cold glows shot into Linda's eyes. This is the rule set by grandfather himself. If anyone dares to break, he is looking for death. In the Western Shu family, grandpa's words are like decrees, and they must be done. Hearing this, Songkoi and others felt more relieved. So much the better. If Levi Garrison dares to come, he must die. Logan also chuckled and said, when Levi is about to die, will you use all his organs? Not to mention, his kidney is really easy to use. My body is much stronger. That's for sure. If it weren't for being afraid of surgery, I would want to change his kidney. Songkoi smiled. Concubine Jenny and Li Menjiu showed successful expressions. It's comfortable, it's really comfortable. The dinner was held at Tianhai Mountain Villa, the largest in Northampton. The layout of the site spent huge sums of money, and it was almost impossible to pave the way with gold. As if welcoming an ancient emperor. Zishu Emperor, Linda, and others, surrounded by Lopez and Black's family, came to Tianhai Villa. The celebrities from all walks of life in Northampton are completely boiling. Stand in 2 rows and cheer together. Soon after, Levi Garrison and Northern Heavenly King also came to the court. Levi Garrison wanted to see, what does the person sending the invitation mean? Chapter 1375. In addition, he came to see Zoe and Lavilia. Originally, it would be troublesome for Levi Garrison to enter Tianhai Mountain Villa, even with invitations. However, Song Kui made special arrangements, so Levi Garrison entered Tianhai Villa with ease. Levi is here. That's great. Our wish is about to come true. When Song Kui heard the news of Levi Garrison's arrival, they smiled excitedly. Here Levi Garrison also knows who sent the invitation. He immediately knew Song Kui's intentions. I want to kill someone with a knife. Ho ho. He just smiled contemptuously. Want to get rid of yourself by the hand of the Western Shu Emperor? Do you dare to lend him 10 courage? What a stupid! Here, the people of the Western Shu family are worshipped by thousands. They enjoy the feeling of being watched by all people. I even regret it in my heart. Why not join the WDO sooner? In this colorful world, enjoy everything. In addition, the status of the Lopez family has soared. Those families or individuals that the Lopez family looked up to, now which one is not respectful to them? The Lopez family stood up completely. Zishu Emperor, Linda, and others were very satisfied with the welcome dinner. But the Emperor Zishu smiled and said, "What if I saw a young gentleman at this banquet?" Linda pursed her lips, "Grandpa, how can such a high-level person appear at a dinner party? They are generally happy to be quiet." The Western Shu Emperor touched his beard. "It is indeed. It is impossible to see here." Harry immediately offered his courtesy, "Big brother, tonight Northampton celebrities gather together. They should know everything about Northampton. You can ask them." Good. The Emperor Xi Shu nodded. Later, Linda was sent by the Western Shu Emperor to communicate with young people. After all, the clan of Zishu had to take root in the dunya. It's good to meet people in the world. Linda was like a royal princess, surrounded by everyone, all showing great hospitality. Many children from rich families also show intentions of pursuit. But Linda showed no interest in them. Not to mention them, they are the princes of the 4 big gates, she also has no interest. Now there is only that person in my heart. She looked around. Although it is impossible, but subconsciously hoped that he will appear. "Miss Tang, what are you looking at?" Others asked curiously. "It doesn't matter what your business is," Linda said impatiently. Suddenly, Linda's eyes lit up fiercely. Because she saw a figure passing by. Like. So similar. Da-da-da. Linda rushed out immediately. She saw Levi approaching. She was sure in her heart that this was the one. More than just like. It's him. By the way, tell your grandpa that I saw the little gentleman I met in Zizahou. Linda shouted as she left. Other members of the Western Shu family immediately passed the message to the Western Shu Emperor. What? The little gentleman is really here. I must not miss it this time. The Emperor Zishu stood up suddenly. Hurry up and take me to find. Everyone find it for me. Be sure to find the little gentleman. The Emperor Xi Shu shouted. In an instant, everyone followed the Emperor's issue and searched the entire Tianhai Villa. Everyone can't imagine, what kind of character can make the Western Shu Emperor so excited. Don't hesitate to condescend to find it yourself. Next, the dinner will not go on. People are everywhere in Tianhai Villa. Everyone is looking for a little Mr. Chapter 1376. Here, Song Kui happened to meet Levi Garrison in a wheelchair. Levi Garrison, do you dare to come? Don't even think about leaving tonight. Song Kui threatened several people. Several people wanted to shout, but they received a call from the family. Let them go to find the little gentleman quickly. This. Song Kui was directly confused. What's wrong with everyone? What kind of gentleman are you looking for? Look for Levi Garrison. Finally, Levi came and took advantage of this opportunity to get rid of him. Why did such a change happen? Forget it. Let's find the little gentleman first. Everyone could only watch Levi Garrison leave, and then they all went to look for the little gentleman. On the way, they met Linda, who was running crazy. "Have you seen someone passing by just now?" Linda asked excitedly. "There is no one has passed here." Song Kui was humane. "Levi Garrison did pass by this road just now. But they ignored him at all. Besides, Levi Garrison can't be a little gentleman." "Well, I just clearly saw him passing this road. Maybe he is unpredictable. I'll look elsewhere." Linda turned and left. "Miss Tang, let's find it with you. There are so many people and powerful." Song Kui immediately chased after him. In this way, the entire villa is looking for people. At this moment, Zoe was playing with Lavilia in the hall. Suddenly Lavilia saw Levi Garrison and ran over immediately. "Dad, Dad! Why are you here?" Zoe looked a little nervous when he saw Levi Garrison. Although she was very angry at what Levi Garrison had done before. For the time being, there is no choice to forgive him. But after all, he was worried about Levi Garrison's safety. After all, the Emperor of Western Shu said in person. If it is seen by other people, it may be dangerous. "I have an invitation letter." Levi Garrison shook the invitation letter in his hand. "Invitation letter? Who gave it to you?" Zoe looked at the invitation letter. It stands to reason that Levi Garrison would never have it. It should be Song Kui and the others. "No. They want to harm you. You go quickly," Zoe urged. "Although everyone is looking for a little gentleman. But if he comes back suddenly, Levi Garrison will be caught upright. That would be dangerous. You saw Lavilia and me, it's time to leave," Zoe urged. Levi Garrison smiled helplessly. "Well, Lavilia, Dad will come to see you later." Then Levi Garrison was pushed out of the hall by the Northern Heavenly King and went straight to the door. At this time, the Emperor Zishu and Linda had turned the entire Tianhai villa upside down. There is no fall in any corner. But there is always no shadow of Levi Garrison. He is the same as disappearing. Everyone came to the door to search again. Still no. Disappointed, everyone entered the villa from the door, ready to go to the lobby. "Don't be disappointed, Grandpa, I can meet the little man once, and the second time," Linda comforted. The Emperor Xi Shu nodded. "That's right, it's normal for the little gentleman to encounter a godlike man. You need to find out his identity as soon as possible. Don't be preempted by the other three gates. We don't know such a character either. There seems to be no such character in the entire South. Yet, it seems I have never heard of it," Meredith and Robert said. Franklin, who was walking in the front, thought to himself that this person really seemed to be Levi Garrison. But he is like this now. On the other side, the Northern Heavenly King pushed Levi Garrison towards the door. Chapter 1377. Two groups of people will meet soon. Song Kui here has already figured out how to make Levi Garrison meet the Emperor's issue. If you encounter it directly, the picture will be interesting. Levi Garrison didn't even have a chance to cry. By the way, do you think it is possible that the little gentleman is in the lobby? Because the entire villa is not found in the lobby. Suddenly someone suggested. Yes, it is really possible. Everyone patted their foreheads. Meredith immediately ordered, "Franklin, run to the lobby as fast as you can to see, hurry." Franklin, who was ordered, rushed out in a flash of lightning and ran towards the hall. Others also quickened their pace to catch up. "Me see." Franklin ran fast, but just happened to ran into Levi Garrison halfway. "Brother-in-law, why are you here?" Franklin was surprised. Thinking of the Emperor Xi Shu and others behind him, Franklin was about to burst out in cold sweat. "If you see this, Levi Garrison is definitely in danger. Brother-in-law, come with me first, and you will leave after 10 minutes." Involuntarily speaking, Franklin pushed Levi Garrison and hid in the garden next to him. Levi Garrison understood what Franklin meant and did not stop him. After hiding, Franklin ran to the hall. Soon after, hundreds of people came on Manor Avenue and they rushed to the hall. After everyone left, the Northern Heavenly King pushed Levi Garrison away. In the hall, Franklin came, only to see Zoe and Lavilia. "Don't see anyone else?" Franklin asked. "Uncle, Lavilia saw Dad." Lavilia's subconscious way. Franklin immediately said, "Lavilia, someone will ask later, don't say that Dad is here, you know." "Uncle, Lavilia knows." Lavilia little head obediently. Franklin asked Zoe again and saw no one else. Soon, the Western Shu Emperor and his party came to the hall. "Are there any?" the Emperor Xi Shu asked disappointedly. Franklin shook his head. Zoe just had someone come. Hundreds of people in the field stared at Zoe and Lavilia. Lavilia was shocked by the battle. Zoe was afraid of Lavilia's leak, so he hugged Lavilia in his arms. "There is no one came just now." Zoe pretended to be unaware. Franklin also breathed a sigh of relief. "Hey, I'm really disappointed. I thought I could see the little man." The Western Shu Emperor was disappointed. The banquet goes on. Linda waved, and the banquet continued. Song Kui quietly came to the corner and discussed how to target Levi Garrison. "Look at me." Concubine Jenny stepped forward and said, "Old Tang, I want to report someone to you." "Who?" The Western Shu Emperor and others looked over. "I want to report Levi Garrison. I just saw Levi Garrison in Tianhai Mountain Villa. Most of him came to see his wife and daughter. Secretly. This kind of behavior doesn't put you and the Western Shu family in your eyes at all. You have clearly imposed a ban to prevent them from seeing each other. Levi Garrison provokes you so much." Jennifer sneered. "Hey!" Zoe and Franklin's hearts sank. Levi Garrison was discovered? The two then prayed that Levi Garrison would leave. If they stay here, they will definitely die. There is still such a thing? Impudent. The Western Shu Emperor was angry. The old lady was also angry. "Hurry up and find Levi Garrison for me. If I dare to provoke my eldest brother so, I won't let him go. Understand?" Everyone set off together. Chapter 1378. I immediately arranged the guards to block the villa and not let him leave. Song Kui showed a triumphant smile. Concubine Jenny's smiles were even brighter. Levi Garrison will wait to die next. Zoe and Franklin were panicked. If Levi Garrison did not leave, the trouble would be great. Next, the people from the Western Shu family went to Levi Garrison personally. Dare to provoke the master of the Western Shu family, it is a big crime. 10 lives are not enough. Song Kui also promptly asked the door guard to stop Levi Garrison. Only the guard replied, and he didn't even see Levi Garrison at all. There is no him in the villa. Ah? How come? How could Levi Garrison leave? Impossible. Song Kui couldn't figure this out. How could Levi Garrison leave the villa for no reason? Others are also very confused. Franklin and Zoe breathed a sigh of relief when they heard the news. At least Levi Garrison ran away. You continue to find me around, as long as it is within a few kilometers, it proves that he has been here. See it and bring it back to me. The old lady continued to order. All the masters of the Western Shu-men clan were dispatched to search around the Tianhai villa. Just searching for a long time is unpopular. Finally a message came from a team, and everyone rushed up together. A car was stopped. People, come down to me. The master of the Western Shu family scolded. The door opens. The two walked down. Something wrong? The Northern Heavenly King said coldly. You are When the masters of the Western Shu family saw Levi Garrison's familiar and terrifying face, their words were stuck in their throats and couldn't come out. Their scalp is numb and they are about to explode. Several of them had followed the Western Shu emperor, and they had met Levi Garrison. He recognized it immediately. Yes, yes, yes. The leader stammered and couldn't say a word. Puff. Puff. The people who reacted knelt to the ground one by one. Everyone did not expect to encounter this existence. Dare to stop him? Are you looking for death? Even the people who are so valued by the Western Shu emperor, they provoked. Levi Garrison frowned. Are you doing anything? You want to rob me? Puff. No, 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 we dare not. Everyone is vomiting blood. Where do you dare? Get out if you don't have one. Levi Garrison said coldly. He got into the car with the Northern Heavenly King. Sir, wait a minute. Our master wants to see you. One of them immediately said. After finally finding Levi Garrison, how could he miss this opportunity? I'm empty, get out. You dare to follow, I will kill it. Levi Garrison left a few words coldly. The Northern Heavenly King drove away immediately. The people of the Western Shu family were stunned and at a loss. What are you doing in a daze? Go back and report this to the master. The people who reacted went straight to the villa. Come to the hall. Where is Levi Garrison? Did you find it? The old lady asked. Everyone paid no attention, and everyone came to the Western Shu emperor and said, Master, now. Levi Garrison is not important. Because we just saw the little gentleman. Yes, it seems that what the eldest lady saw was wrong. He did come to Tianhai Mountain Villa. The words are not surprising, and the audience is shocked as soon as this person says this. Dead silence. It took a long time for the Emperor Xi Shu to react. What? Did you see him? The Western Shu Emperor exclaimed. Linda was even more excited. Yes, that's true. We saw it. Chapter 1379. Everyone nodded together. They couldn't forget the scene just now. The Emperor Xi Shu and Linda charged directly. Where are you? Take us there. He has already left, warn us not to follow, otherwise we will be killed without mercy. Several people looked ugly. This is. The Emperor's issue instantly resembled a deflated balloon. Grandpa, but this is also a good thing. At least it proves that this gentleman is in Northampton. This way we have a high chance of finding him. Linda said. The Emperor Xi Shu clapped his hands and said, It's really like this. Well, you guys have done meritorious service, and all have rewards, m.bg. The Emperor of Zishu pointed to a few people. Everyone was ecstatic. Almost died, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. At this time, no one else went to mention Levi. No matter how sacred the little gentleman is, Zoe will be relieved as long as there is nothing wrong with Levi. Song Kui and the others were furious. After finally finding Levi Garrison, something happened. Levi Garrison, are you too lucky? Can this make you go? Song Kui showed incredible expressions. Next, the Emperor's issue and others stayed in Lopez's house. The Lopez family is in full swing. Every day, big people from all over Arudaya come to visit. Levi Garrison has been investigating the Avengers. However, there was a good message from the capital. The magic medicine mentioned before is ready. Will be distributed to those who have contributed to Arudaya. Such magical medicine is needed even more for the important weapons of the country like Bishan. Benny Quinton. If they ensure their health and worry-free life, it can benefit too many people. Arudaya is a great wealth. In addition, Levi was here to kill the enemy on this battlefield, and he absolutely needed this medicine. This is called the use of steel on the blade. To play the greatest value of this magic medicine. So when Arudaya announced that he would reward these heroes, everyone had no objections. Even if you give Levi Garrison a reward, everyone has no objection. After all, this man once shed blood for Arudaya's head. How do they know that Levi Garrison is now silently making great dedication to Arudaya? Even said that his credit is the first. He deserves this reward. Because this time the rewards for the important ministers of the country are all open. So everyone can see it. The fact that Levi Garrison got the magic medicine was quickly found out by Lopez and Black's family. According to the gossip I received, the effect of this drug is absolutely exaggerated. It can help people live, let alone prolong life. Yes, it is said that during the experiment, this drug directly saved 10 dead people. It was sent to these people to save their lives. It's wrong, it's wrong. This medicine is said to be invaluable. Foreign friends exchange foreign island. Songkui and the others became more exaggerated, and they were about to exaggerate the medicine. The effect of rapid recovery and longevity is wrong. But coming back to life is absolutely exaggerated. How can there be that effect? How can that be? However, the outside world has spread the drug to the magic. There are even rumors that many people are going to grab it. Levi Garrison has this medicine, said the old lady. Yes, Levi Garrison got it too. Everyone said. Levi Garrison wasted holding this medicine. I'll give you a task: get the medicine back and I will dedicate it to Big Brother. Big Brother will definitely be happy. Then the credit will be given to you, the old lady said. When everyone heard it, their eyes lit up. Chapter 1380. If they offer this kind of medicine to the Emperor of Western Shu, the future is boundless. Now it's just relying on the old lady, by the name of the clan of Zishu. But in fact it is not very relevant. But if they offer this medicine, they will have a direct connection with the Western Shu Gate clan. No more borrowing the title. The Lopez and Black families will become part of the Western Shu family. Can guarantee 200 years, even hundreds of years worry-free. This is the lifelong dream of Harry and Meredith. This is a substantial change. We must seize this opportunity. Everyone clenched their fists tightly. M.BG. Everyone has an idea in their hearts. Old lady, I will wait for the guarantee, I will get the medicine. Furthermore, Levi Garrison can't use this medicine? What qualifications does he have? Everyone. Okay, then I can rest assured. If you get the medicine, I believe the eldest brother will be very happy. The old lady said. Everyone wanted to get this miraculous medicine. Especially like the Emperor of Zishu. They are the most needed. Here, Levi Garrison had just received the reward, and someone over there came to the door. This time everyone was polite. Everyone greeted Levi Garrison. Ask how he is doing. Even the previous Meredith and Harry had a big change in attitude. This was impossible before. You are here for this. Levi Garrison sneered. It's not just this. We mainly congratulate you on your supreme reward. Meredith laughed ho ho. Thank you. Meredith looked at each other, and then Meredith asked, Lavilia? What about medicine? Can we see it? Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. Sure enough, the fox's tail appeared. This group of people won't come to him kindly. The medicine is sealed in a vacuum, you can't see it. Levi Garrison refused directly. Meredith's face changed, and she continued to ask with a smile, Lavilia, how do you plan to use this medicine? Or maybe you still don't use this medicine? Levi Garrison gave her a glance and said, I just got the reward, you are here, and I don't have a chance to use it. Lavilia, that's great. Give me this medicine. I'll buy it with money. No matter how much it is. Meredith and a few people were free. Get the medicine even if your family is bankrupt. Becoming a member of the clan of Zishu, money can't buy it. Yes, you can make a price. We are sincerely asking for it. Harry and Robert urged. They are bound to get this medicine. Everyone's eyes fell on Levi Garrison's body one after another. Not for sale. Levi Garrison refused. I won't sell it for much money. Everyone was taken aback. Reacted quickly. They are wrong. Levi Garrison is not short of money. Even if the body is like this, the lack of money will not be possible. There was a goddess of war guarding him. Life is absolutely worry-free. Everyone looked at each other. Meredith thought of something and said with a smile, then you can make a condition. Any condition will do. Yes, as long as you can give us the medicine, we will agree to any conditions. Harry was already rubbing his hands with excitement. Others are even more short of breath. Especially the younger generation. They are even more eager to have the identity tag of the Western Shoe Gate clan. But Levi Garrison ignored it and didn't have a reply. At this time, Robert said, let's do it, King's Landing. As long as you give us medicine, we will let your family meet. Chapter 1381. After Robert put forward this condition, everyone's eyes were very bright. This condition is good. It happened to be aimed at Levi Garrison. Yes. Let the old lady lift the ban. Let your family meet and live on. This, we can guarantee. Think about it for yourself, this medicine has little effect on you, but if you disagree, you will never see Lavilia and Zoe in your life. Everyone said rushingly. Everyone believed that this condition was impeccable, and Levi Garrison would not refuse it. After all, he doesn't have the ability to meet his wife and daughter again. But Levi Garrison refused at the next moment, no need. I will pick them up personally in 3 months. Don't worry now. Levi Garrison was thinking about protecting his wife and daughter from the Western Shoe family. How can you pick it up? Besides, isn't he going to pick up his wife and daughter at any time? Why exchange for such a valuable thing? This is what Meredith and the others hadn't thought of anyway. Okay. Hearing Levi Garrison's answer, everyone was stunned. Pick up in 3 months? It's so easy to say. Isn't it just pick up? Levi Garrison, did you listen to the rules clearly? You have to be qualified to meet people. Yes, at least it must be at the level of a Rudia war god before you. Everyone immediately said. What do you care about me? Anyway, after March, you, including the clan of Zishu, will obediently watch me take Zoe and Lavilia away. Levi Garrison is full of confidence. Are you crazy? What is the difference between you now and you after March? No one can imagine what Levi Garrison used to say this sentence. He couldn't protect himself. How could there be the qualifications recognized by the Western Shoe Gate clan? It's impossible. Levi Garrison, you sincerely don't want to hand over the medicine. Several people stared at Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison nodded, yes. The medicine is mine, what the hell does it have to do with you? Even if I feed the dog, you can't control it. Boom. Levi Garrison's words angered everyone. They are inferior to dogs. Levi Garrison, don't you want to miss your wife and daughter? If we are. Concubine Jenny was anxious, and even threatened Levi Garrison with the 2 of them. You dare. Levi Garrison looked at her coldly. Not to mention that he will do it. As long as the old lady loves Zoe, no one will bully Lavilia and Zoe. What are you talking about? Let the old lady hear it, so you can't eat it. Meredith immediately reminded. After all, the position of plum dye is very heavy. Concubine Jenny realized that she had made a mistake and shut her mouth immediately. Lavilia, can you make a request? As long as you can give up the medicine, we will agree to any conditions. Robert asked. This medicine is too important to them. Enough to make them sore. I have no conditions, I don't lack anything. Levi Garrison refused. Everyone was stunned looking at Levi Garrison. This kind of soft and hard foam won't work. If oil and salt don't get in, there is no way. Especially the plum dye that can be used, but they dare not. Thinking in this way, there is really no way for Levi Garrison. Hurry up. Mr. Levi is going to rest. Terry's guards drove everyone away. Everyone is unwilling to come outside. I have a way. Logan said. What can I do? Come and listen. Everyone came together. Chapter 1382. Since Zoe and Lavilia can't act on Zoe and Lavilia, then only Levi Garrison's mother. A cold light flashed in Logan's eyes. As long as his mother is controlled, I don't believe that Levi Garrison will not hand over the medicine. Concubine Jenny immediately agreed, yes, no mistake. He dare not give it, I will kill the F***ck. Meredith and Harry looked at each other. Several people can't bear it. After all, she is very familiar with Emma. They would also be embarrassed to start with her. For the future of Lopez and Black's family, let's do this. After Meredith and Harry looked at each other, they immediately decided to do so. All right, let's go. Anyway, as long as Levi Garrison hand over the medicine. Robert comforted himself. Me see. Seeing a group of people coming back, the old lady stepped forward and asked with joy. As a result, seeing the looks of the crowd, the old lady immediately understood. What's the matter? Can't even handle this matter. The old lady was angry. Old lady, please rest assured, we must arrange this matter properly. We promise not to let you down. Meredith promised several people. It is good. The old lady's face eased a lot. As for the people of the Western Shoe family, they are also idle. Use all resources and contacts to check the whereabouts of Levi Garrison. Even Linda personally led people to carry out a carpet search in Northampton, trying to search every corner of Northampton, and also to find Levi Garrison. Grandpa, guess what I found? Linda, who had just returned, said excitedly. What? The Emperor of Zisha suddenly came to his spirit. Seeing Linda's wink. The Western Shoe Emperor coughed twice. All the people present left. I accidentally discovered today that the people of the North Liang Gate were in Northampton. They have been lying in wait, not knowing whom to deal with. Linda unintentionally discovered the master of the Northern Liang family who was lying in ambush around Levi Garrison's residence. What's the matter? The whereabouts of this Bai Liang Gate clan is strange. And they also advocated tearing up the agreement before. Just to tear it up, Messiah will not be any good. It's really what they said. The Emperor Zisha touched his chin and thought. Have you found out who they are going to deal with? The Emperor Zishu asked. I don't know for the time being, but the masters of the Northern Liang family members are surrounding a villa. I think the people they are going to deal with are among them. I am sending someone to investigate. I will go there in the evening. Linda said. The Emperor of Western Shu asked the most concerned question, is there any message from the young gentleman? Not yet, but I have searched Northampton this month, and there are only a few places left. At night, the spies from the clan of Zishu had returned. Miss, we have basically locked the villa where the people who are going to be dealt with by the Bai Liang Gate valve live in. Hearing this message, Linda's eyes lit up fiercely. Go, take me. I want to see who the Bai Liang clan is dealing with. Soon, Linda came to the royal villa area. After bypassing the people of the Northern Liang Gate, everyone has already arrived at the villa where Levi Garrison was. You guys are waiting here. I'll go in and take a look. Linda ordered. Everyone feels relieved about Linda, after all, she is very skilled. Soon, Linda bypassed Terry's personal guards and entered the villa. After searching around, no one was seen. Only the bedroom is left. Linda touched it step by step. If you don't roll, you will die. There was a sudden sound. Chapter 1383. Linda was shocked by this sound. She backed away quickly, staring fiercely at the bedroom door. Have the ability to come out, she cried coldly. Boom! Suddenly, there was a chill behind her, and she felt a blast of cold wind invade her body. She turned around abruptly, but a big hand grabbed her neck and lifted her in the air. At this moment, Linda's powerful combat skills and vigor could not be used. The throat of her fate was strangled. She already felt the arrival of death. His breath was short of breath, and his face was suffocated and flushed. Her consciousness is blank. It's you. Suddenly a surprised voice sounded. Linda only felt her neck loose, and she fell to the ground feebly. She panted heavily and looked up. This look shocked her. Isn't this the little gentleman she was looking for? It's Sir, you. I didn't know it was you, sir, otherwise I would never dare to break in. Linda hurriedly explained that she came because of the Northern Liang family clan. Oh, I got it. Levi approached. Mr. Bai Liang Gate Valve, what is this going to do? Linda plucked up the courage to ask. You want to kill me? What? Want to kill you, mister? Are they crazy? Linda looked incredible. You go quickly. I won't be so lucky next time. Levi Garrison just thought it was the one who was going to kill him, so if it weren't for it, he took another look. I was afraid that Linda was already a dead body. Understand? Linda left with a look of excitement. Now that you know where Levi Garrison lives, everything can be done slowly. This trip is really worthwhile. As a result, I knew the purpose of the North Liang Gate Valve. Secondly, I found the residence of the little gentleman. Linda rushed all the way home and told the Emperor of Xi Shu all this. What? The little gentleman found it. The Western Shu Emperor was more excited than anyone else. Yes, no mistake. His address has been determined. His attitude towards me is much better than last time. Linda showed a shy look. That is really good. The Western Shu Emperor was extremely excited. The old lady, Meredith, and Zoe were shocked in their hearts. This big man is going to show up? When did Northampton exist like this? They have been in Northampton, but they have never heard of it. Grandpa, there's one more thing, the North Liang family member wants to kill Mr. Xiao. Linda whispered. Oh? There are still grievances between them? There is a saying, although the Northern Liang family clan is super strong. But if you want to kill the little man, you have to pay a painful price. But the little gentleman is also facing death threats. No matter how strong he is, it is still easy for the Northern Liang family to kill him. Let's do this, help me contact the senior officials of Bai Liang clan, I will suppress this matter. Let Bai Liang clan sell me a lot of face, so I won't pursue this matter again. Western Shu Emperor wrote. Absolutely okay. Linda looked excited. Then, after the Bai Liang clan is settled, this matter will be regarded as the sincerity of my Zisha clan. I will meet him in person and invite him to join my Zisha clan. Then he won't refuse, will he? The Western Shu Emperor already has a plan. Settle the Bai Liang clan for Levi Garrison, and then invite him. So Levi Garrison had no reason to refuse. Linda said, Grandpa, we solved such a big problem for him. He is too grateful, how could he refuse? Okay, I will settle the matter immediately and see him tomorrow. Chapter 1384. Immediately, the Emperor of Xisha contacted the senior officials of the North Liang Gate clan. He personally come forward to protect Levi Garrison. Bai Liang Gate valve also has no way. After all, this is the master of the Western Shu family. The Bai Liang family clan had no choice but to sell a face to the Emperor of Xishu. After all, the loss of Bai Liang's Gate clan was not too great, even the death of several people in Fu. Zakaria. It doesn't matter, it's better to save face. The Emperor of Western Shu looked triumphant. Sometimes the problems that the world can't imagine or can't solve are just one sentence to me. This is indeed the case. To be pursued and killed by the Northern Liang family lords alone, this matter cannot be resolved at all. M.Bg. But he solved it in one sentence. He mainly thinks that Levi Garrison is the same. Although he is strong, he can be regarded as the successor of Arudaya Wolong. But before he grows up, the Northern Liang family clan can completely obliterate him. In fact, there is no difference between him and ordinary people, but the North Liang family clan paid a great price. But in the end there is no escape. So he solved this matter for Levi Garrison, just to give Levi Garrison a great kindness. He wanted to let Levi Garrison understand the power and value of the Western Shu family. The next day, the Emperor Xishu was going to see Levi Garrison. The old lady and others wanted to follow, but they were all stopped by the Western Shu Emperor. You will only add to the chaos. Besides, Mr. Xiao will soon be a member of the Xisha clan. You will see it then. Soon, Linda brought Xishu Emperor to the villa. Little Sir, Emperor Tang, the clan of Western Shu, and his granddaughter, please see you. The Emperor Xisha shouted. Levi Garrison heard a familiar voice and opened the door. What's wrong with you? Levi Garrison frowned. This group of people is really lingering, and they have to pester him. Little Sir, Emperor Tang is here to congratulate you. Okay. Give me joy? He's as he has. Levi was stunned. Little mister, I learned last night that you had a grievance with the North Liang clan, so I personally solved this matter. Little mister, no matter how big your grievances were before, but from now on, the Xisha clan will no longer be held accountable. You also don't worry about your life. The Emperor Xishu said smugly. Levi Garrison finally understood. Why did the people who were ambushing in the Bai Liang Gate retreat? He did it. But Levi Garrison needs you to do this? He didn't pay attention to a North Liang family member. If he wanted to pursue it, he would have done it in secret. Oh. Levi Garrison responded coldly. Okay. This made the Emperor Xishu and Linda both stunned. It stands to reason that he should not be grateful for solving such a big trouble for him. How is such an attitude? Isn't he so arrogant that he thinks he can deal with the entire North Liang family sect alone? Are you overconfident? The Emperor of Western Shu asked, Mr. Little, do you not know that the Northern Liang family clan is going to deal with you? Of course I know, they want to kill me not a day or two. That's good. Little mister, I will help you solve this situation of your own powerlessness this time. I don't ask you to thank me or ask for anything else. I just hope you join the Xisha Gate. My conditions are still the same as before. Come, you will be at the helm in the future. The Emperor of Xisha stated his purpose. Linda also looked at Levi Garrison with interest. He can't refuse. Why should I thank you? I beg you to help me solve it. Besides, I don't really care about a North Liang Gate valve. Chapter 1385. What Levi Garrison said was the truth. Don't talk about himself. Even if a Northern Heavenly King was there, the Northern Liang clan did not dare to act rashly. Otherwise, why would they lie in wait for so long without doing anything? The words of Levi Garrison completely stunned the Xishu Emperor. Arrogant. Too arrogant, right? We admit that you are very strong, but you are also not strong enough to challenge the entire Bai Liang Gate. You just have the potential to become the Erudaya 5 dragons, but you are still far from the realm of the Erudaya 5 dragons. It is still easy for the North Liang clan to kill you. All geniuses only have potential, and they may die before they can fully grow up. This is currently the case with Levi Garrison. Mister, you seem to have no idea of your own position? You are very strong. But your growth will take time. Only when you grow up can you be fearless of the Northern Liang family members. As long as you join the Zisha clan, I will use all the resources of the Zisha clan to train you and protect you until you grow up. The Emperor of Western Shu has shown sincerity. It's just that he didn't realize a problem. Levi Garrison was stronger than he thought. If you want me to join the Western Shu Gate clan, I only have one condition. Levi Garrison smiled. What conditions? Sir, please say. The Emperor of Zishu immediately said. The Western Shu family members have to listen to me. I will be the boss. Levi Garrison said. Hiss. As soon as Levi Garrison said this, everyone present was stunned. No one thought that Levi Garrison would be so ambitious. He actually wanted the entire Zisha family member directly. Linda was stunned. The Western Shu Emperor was also stunned. Don't deceive people too much. Others can't help it anymore. Roared at Levi Garrison. Do you really think that no one of us can control you? I am like a master in the Western Shu family. There are not a few who can control you. You only have the qualifications to succeed the Erudaya 5 dragons, but you still don't have the qualifications of the Erudaya 5 dragons. Levi Garrison smiled. Anyway, I ask for this, if I can do it, I will join, if I can't do it, I will leave. The Emperor of Zisha was short of breath, his chest undulating. After all, he chose to leave. How could it be possible for him to give up his position as the master of the Western Shu family? Levi Garrison was too arrogant to possess some strength. After leaving, everyone was very angry. This Levi Garrison is really putting his nose on his face. No one is paying attention. The lion opens his mouth to ask for the position of the master. Linda looked at the Emperor's issue and asked, Grandpa, what do you want to do next? Just give up. Like this. I believe that soon other forces will know about him. I am afraid that the fight will be difficult. The Emperor Xi Shu touched his beard and thought, do you have any idea? I think the biggest problem with Mr. Xiao is that he is too arrogant. In his opinion, none of the 4 main gates is his opponent. We only need to prove that there is someone who is stronger than him in the Western Shu family, and can subdue him. At that time, he will naturally know his position and join the Xi Shu family. The eyes of the Emperor of Zisha suddenly lit up. Okay. This method is okay. As long as he understands that there are people in the clan of Zisha who are better than him, he will join. Let's do it. Pass my order and immediately let Kingsley come to Northampton. Understand? Who is Tang Bei Road? Known as the #1 master of the Western Shu family. It is also the existence of the Zisha Gate clan closest to the Erudaya Wolong. He shot, Levi Garrison will undoubtedly lose. Chapter 1386. What the Western Shu Emperor wants is to defeat Levi Garrison at one time. Let him be convinced to join the Zisha Gate valve. So he sent the strongest. Tang Bei Road is known as the strongest of the Western Shu family. He learned all the ancient combat skills of Zishu alone. He is the strongest master of the Western Shu family for hundreds of years. According to the year, he may be the master of the millennium. In a word, strong. Let me put it this way. Kingsley has the power to destroy the country. Stronger than blocking an army of 100,000. This is the strongest master. The power of the whole country may have no choice but to use him. Kingsley was born in that era of war, and once killed a country without any power to resist. Even if it has been too long, everyone in the Western Shu-men clan is still fresh in memory. This is also the confidence of the Zishu clan. Why don't they put anyone in their eyes? Because they have strength. Otherwise, he won't sign an agreement with Messiah. It must be a threat to Messiah. The Emperor Zishu smiled. Sure enough, force is the best way to solve the problem. Linda nodded. Yes, if we knew this a long time ago, why should we waste so much energy? Zishu Gate Valve breathed a sigh of relief. In their view, Levi Garrison's joining of the Western Shu-men clan was already a certainty. As soon as Tang Bei Dao came, Levi Garrison would definitely be convinced to join the Western Shu Gate clan. After returning to Lopez's house, the old lady greeted her immediately. Big brother, did you see the young man? The Emperor of Zishu nodded. Well, I saw it, and soon, he will join the clan of Zishu. Old Tang, does this little Northampton really have such a character? Lokita, Loki and others all have incredible faces. Others such as Zoe and others are also very curious. Because they have been in Northampton. Never heard of such a character. It is simply unimaginable to be able to chase the clan of Zishu in this way. Exist. I saw it today. He lives in Northampton. Hiss. Everyone took a deep breath. There is such a big man in Northampton, but they have never heard of it. Lokita and the others also wanted to ask the Emperor Zishu where exactly this great figure lived. The big man is Dad. It's Dad. Lavilia suddenly shouted at this moment. Suddenly, everyone's eyes were attracted by Lavilia. Lavilia, why is your father a big shot? Your father is not the god of war in Erudaya. Linda asked. Humph, my father is still better than the Erudaya god of war. He is the king of the word side by side. Lavilia said triumphantly. Zoe hurriedly stepped forward, hugged Lavilia, not letting her continue. Meredith immediately explained, Old Tang, the children are talking nonsense, don't care. The main fault is that Levi Garrison, for the sake of face, even said that he is the king of the word. Side by side. Yes, yes, don't you care about Mr. Tang? People are afraid that the Western Shu Emperor will be angry. The Western Shu Emperor sneered coldly, of course I don't care. I know something about the word. Side by side. Let's put it this way, the four gate lords can't cultivate such an existence. Levi Garrison? How could it be possible? Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Zoe also exhorted, Lavilia, you can't talk nonsense in the future. Oh. Lavilia pouted his lips. The movement of the Western Shu-men clan was very fast, and the next day, many masters entered Northampton together. Including the first master Kingsley. I think you are not convinced this time. The Emperor Xi Shu laughed. Chapter 1387. The emergence of Tang Bei Road was something that no one had thought of. The other three gate valves and Messiah were even more unimaginable. What is this going to do? Was he directly on the trump card as soon as he came up? The strongest masters are all taken out. What is this going to do? Is it going to change? After all, Tang Bei Dao is too strong. It is no exaggeration to say that if Kingsley is willing, at least dozens of countries overseas will ask him to be a national teacher. This kind of existence of one person arriving in one country has too much influence upon birth. Almost all Erudaya's eyes are on Northampton. The Western Shu Emperor also naturally knew this influence. If you procrastinate further, I'm afraid that everyone else will know the existence of Mr. Xiao. It must be resolved as soon as possible. So as soon as Tang Bei Road arrived in Northampton, Zishu Emperor brought him to Levi Garrison's villa aggressively. Earlier, Levi Garrison had already received information from Kingsley. After all, Messiah's attention has been drawn. Messiah reminded him personally. Kingsley, the first master of the Western Shu family. He was once a strong man in the war era 100 years ago. He has the title of one person arriving in one country. In the archives of dangerous persons in Arudaya, he is a dangerous level of SSSSS. He has the destructive power to destroy small countries. Once entering the WDO, Messiah must keep an eye on it at all times. As soon as there is a trend of destruction, he immediately uses all his strength to kill or capture it. The Western Heavenly King read the information to Levi Garrison. The level of danger is all SSSSS. As far as I know, the highest level of danger in the world in the past 100 years is only the SSSS level. Levi Garrison touched his chin and smiled. This forces him. No matter how strong the others are, they are all SSS. For the first time in 100 years, the 5's level has appeared in the world. No wonder Arudaya was such a sensation. As soon as the message from this character came out, it boiled everywhere. The 4 gate valves are really not terrible. Maybe the other 3 gate valves are even more powerful. Levi Garrison muttered to himself. In the next moment, Levi Garrison and the Northern Heavenly King raised their heads at the same time, and there was a lot of cold light in their eyes. The two of them looked in one direction at the same time. They sensed that someone was coming. In the next second, the voice of the Emperor Xi Shu sounded, "Mr. I am here again. This time, I will prove to you the power of the Western Shu Gate. Let you join us convinced." Levi Garrison shook his head speechlessly. It's really lingering. Outside the villa, dozens of people from the gate of Zishu were standing together. These people are extremely masters. But the terrible one is the last one. A cyan gown, elegant and easygoing appearance, fair and delicate skin. It seems to be less than 40 years old. But who can think of this person who is over 100 years old? Some people even say that they are almost 200 years old. But there is no trace of time left on his face at all. This is the strongest master. People who practice martial arts are full of blood, not to mention delaying aging, and even prolonging life to a certain extent. What's more, this is a top-notch existence, and it is not surprising that it has lived so long. Just like the legendary Zhang Sanfan. He is Tang Bei Dao. Step by step to the forefront. Master Nephew, is it him? I heard Kingsley's name for the Western Shu Emperor. Levi Garrison believed those rumors more and more. This old boy is definitely going to be 200 years old. The Emperor Zishu nodded immediately. Wrong. It's him. Chapter 1388. Levi Garrison looked at Tang Bei Road. Kingsley was also looking at Levi Garrison. Upon seeing this, the Emperor Xi Shu directed at Levi Garrison and said, "Since you said that you have the strength to crush the 4 main gates, today I will let you see how powerful the 4 gates are. This battle will let you know that the Western Shu family is invincible. It will also let you know where your gap lies. You will be convinced to join the Zishu Gate clan. Uncle Master gave it to you," said the Emperor Zishu. "It is good." Kingsley looked up and down Levi Garrison, a genius who has never met in hundreds of years. Indeed has the qualifications to become the successor of the Arudaya Wolong. Boy, you worship me as a teacher. I can make you a real existence like the Arudaya Wolong. Accept disciples? M.BG. This scene was something that the Western Shu Emperor didn't even think of. However, the Emperor Xi Shu glanced at Linda triumphantly. It seems to be saying, "See if I said it wrong, right?" He is a sought-after item, and everyone is rushing for him. Linda and the others were extremely shocked. Because Kingsley has never accepted an apprentice in his life. Many people in the Western Shu Gate asked Kingsley to accept his disciples, and even the Western Shu Emperor wanted to ask Kingsley to accept his son as a disciple. But they were all rejected one by Kingsley. I thought that today, Kingsley actually wanted to accept Levi Garrison as his apprentice. If the entire Zisha clan knew about it, it would definitely explode. It also shows the potential of Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison smiled, "You have no qualifications." Presumptuous. What are you talking about? Do you know who is standing in front of you? Just dare to speak madly. Senior Tang is the #1 master of the Western Shu family. The strongest master. He accepted you as an apprentice. You are fortunate for 3 lives. Smoke is coming from your ancestral grave. As soon as Levi Garrison said this, the others immediately scolded him. Kingsley's expression also changed slightly. It is estimated that after living so long, I have never seen such an arrogant young man. Is he qualified? Who is eligible? No one else in this world has this qualification. The Emperor Zishu and Linda are going crazy. Levi Garrison wasted such a great opportunity? Is he crazy? Actually mad in front of Tang Beidao? Provoking him like this? Are you really afraid of death? Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. Is it going to fight? Then don't talk nonsense, come quickly. I'm still busy. Arrogant. Too arrogant. Everyone stared at Levi Garrison angrily. Young people have to pay a price for arrogance. Kingsley shook his head helplessly. It seems that this young man has not experienced setbacks. Young man, pay attention. As soon as the voice fell, Kingsley moved. Seeing a light step out, he crossed several tens of meters in an instant and appeared behind Levi Garrison. Hiss. At this moment, everyone's complexion changed drastically. It's incredible. How did Kingsley do it? His physique is almost at the level of deceiving his eyes and deceiving his brain. Not only the others, but the Northern Heavenly King was also taken aback. Is his speed too fast? Levi Garrison seemed to be stunned, with no reaction at all, still standing in place. Boom boom. Kingsley, who was behind Levi Garrison, shot instantly. The afterimage of his fist was almost blurred. With a breath, he had hit Levi Garrison with hundreds of punches. The fists are so dense that it makes a rain-like sound. At this frequency of fists, I am afraid that people will be smashed into flesh. Terrible. Terrible. There were smiles on the faces of the Zisha clan. In their opinion, Levi Garrison must be defeated. Chapter 1389. This seemingly slow and fast-paced fist, in fact, each punch weighs 100 tons. A single punch can drive mountains and shatter huge buildings. Not to mention that in this short moment, he punched thousands of punches on Levi Garrison's body. The stronger this kind of man, the more he can kill people with unpretentious moves. For example, it is an ordinary fist, but it has the power to meet the Buddha and kill the Buddha and the gods to kill the gods. This is the first master, the strongest of the Zisha clan. Everyone was amazed. So horrible. Even the strongest master is like a lamb to be slaughtered in front of him. Kingsley's self-confidence, this set of tricks continued, Levi Garrison would be beaten to be submissive. Maybe you will kneel down and beg you to accept a disciple, right? Is that enough? It's me. Suddenly a voice sounded. Hearing this voice, everyone was taken aback. Including Tang Bei Road. In the next second, his pupils dilated, and his eyes were about to fly out. Because Levi Garrison turned around. Turned around at an unimaginable speed. Faster than him. Boom. At the moment of turning around, Levi Garrison blasted out a punch. With a punch, the ghosts and gods trembled. Boom. This punch was so fast that people couldn't catch it, and it hit Kingsley's face firmly. Tang Bei Road was hit by a high-speed rail, and the whole person flew out. He even hit the wall, embedded in it, and merged with the wall. A dense cobweb appeared on a wall. Kingsley was punched into the wall? Unbelievable. It's incredible. This was when Kingsley used all his strength to unload his strength, otherwise the punch would definitely kill him. Shock. So shocked. Kingsley's eyes are full of inevitable shock. This young man is outrageously strong. For so many years, except for Arudaya and the other 3 big gate lords, a few guys who can't hide. Where have you seen an opponent? Not to mention a young man. The others are going crazy one by one. What? The first master of the Western Shu Gate was flew by a punch? How can that be? Only the Northern Heavenly King showed a thought-provoking smile. Levi Garrison shook his head, looked at Kingsley and sneered, "That's it." Everyone was very angry about Levi Garrison's arrogance. But he has arrogant capital. He was unscathed just after being bombarded by thousands of punches from Kingsley. This is terrible. You must know that those fists from Tang Bay Road can completely raze the entire villa area to the ground. But Levi Garrison was not hurt a little bit. And also punched back. Injured Tang Bay Road. He can withstand countless punches from Kingsley, but Kingsley may not be able to withstand his punches. But just 2 words angered Kingsley. He is completely angry. Boom. I saw 2 cold glows shot out of Kingsley's eyes, and a monstrous hostility emanated from all over his body. The wall burst open at the sound. Interesting young man. But I will let you understand what is truly powerful. Kingsley was completely angry. Boom. Kingsley was angry. The world has changed color. There were strong winds around, and the entire temperature dropped suddenly. Everyone couldn't help but fought a cold war. Kingsley walked over step by step, and his whole person was enveloped in a stream of air. The murderous aura came all over the world, and everyone's chest looked like a big rock. Young man, you are very lucky. You will see the most powerful combat skills of the Western Shu family. Kingsley's tone was cold. Chapter 1390. The strongest combat skills of the Western Shu Men clan, Kingsley has not been useful for nearly 100 years. Because no one can let him use it. Levi Garrison is the first. Kingsley raised his right hand slowly, and cyclones after another surrounded his palm. This level is equivalent to indirectly controlling the power of heaven and earth, such as wind, fire, and lightning. He can already control the airflow for his own use. What is even more frightening is that these airflows gradually turned into small hidden weapons. In the blink of an eye, in the small space, there are hidden weapons turned into by airflow. Everywhere. It was densely packed, covering the sky and the sun, tightly surrounding Levi Garrison from every angle and every direction. The Western Shu Gate valve includes the Tang Gate. Tang sect's strongest is the hidden weapon mechanism. Existences like Kingsley have long integrated hidden weapons with martial arts. Concealed weapons like this kind of airflow can be much stronger than metal hidden weapons or even bullets. It is no exaggeration to say that Kingsley can kill 100,000 people on the battlefield only with this trick. Otherwise, there would be no saying that Kingsley arrived in one country alone. At this point, we can see how strong this trick is. Called the strongest combat skill. Give me defeat. Kingsley roared. She. In an instant, all hidden weapons shot at Levi Garrison. As dense as wind and rain. Rough calculations, there are tens of thousands of hidden weapons. Shooting at Levi Garrison at the same time was really terrifying. Boom. 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 The area in front of the villa was completely razed to the ground. Every time the concealed weapon is shot, a big hole will be exploded. In an instant, the foundation in front of the villa sank completely. If it weren't for Kingsley's scruples, everything here would have been ruined. Countless hidden weapons shot at Levi Garrison, but he saw his arms in front of him, and then took another hidden weapon. step by step towards Tang Bei Road. His sexual training has reached the realm of invulnerability. Of course there is a layer of airflow surrounding him. These hidden weapons can't hurt him anymore. Kingsley used combat skills, and Levi Garrison also used combat skills. This is the combat skill that the old man in the prison gave him in complete exercises. The defense is simply amazing. Okay. This. Kingsley was stunned. Levi Garrison is crazy? Let countless hidden weapons shoot on the body? The most important thing is that these hidden weapons are not used for him? How can it be? For a moment, Levi Garrison had already appeared in front of him. Boom! One punch knocked Kingsley away. With this punch, Tang Bei vomited blood, and he slid out more than 10 meters. Puff! Kingsley fell to his knees. With this punch, he could no longer bear it. His eyes were full of shock and looked at Levi Garrison. This young man? Too frightening. Nephew, your information is wrong, he is not the successor of Arudaya Walong, he is like Arudaya. Walong. Kingsley looked at the Emperor Xi Shu and roared. What? The Emperor of Xi Shu went black and fainted directly. Levi Garrison smiled and looked at Kingsley. One punch is not enough for you, 2 punches are enough. But you're pretty good too. Do it with me. Okay. Kingsley was stunned. I don't know what Levi Garrison means. Levi Garrison couldn't help but smile and said, let's do it, I will control the clan of Zisha from now on. Do you have any comments? Seeing Levi Garrison's gaze, Linda and others were silent. Even the Emperor Xi Shu, who had just woke up, was silent. Even if Kingsley disagrees, there is no way. He couldn't beat Levi Garrison at all. Chapter 1391. Linda remembered that before, Levi Garrison had said that the conditions for him to join the Western Shu Men clan were very simple. It is to let him be the master of the Western Shu family. They also think this is an extremely absurd statement. Didn't think it was realized today? Levi Garrison has really become the master of the Western Shu family. Anyone who has an opinion can come to me. Fist can always convince everyone, right? Levi Garrison smiled. Are you the king of the word side by side? Kingsley suddenly realized something and couldn't help exclaiming. In the Duni world, there is such a terrifying power. He can only think of one person. The 4 main gates are regarded as taboos. What? One word side by side. The eyes of the Emperor Zishu are about to fly out. Why didn't he think of such a possibility? In the Duni world, with such strength, besides the word side by side, there will be other people? One word side by side. Linda said silently. That is a name that the 4 gate valves must be afraid of. Levi Garrison smiled. Well, it's me, you are smart. While speaking, Levi Garrison turned the ring on his hand. Yanlong ring. Everyone recognized it. Kingsley is willing to serve one word side by side as the king. Kingsley knelt in front of Levi Garrison and shouted. He was completely impressed by Levi Garrison's identity and strength. My Arudaya is going to be a Arudaya 5 dragon level character again, it is Arudaya's blessing. Although the Western Shu Emperor on the other side was unwilling in every possible way, he still knelt on the ground. The Emperor Tang serves as the king of one word side by side. From now on, you will be the helm of the Western Shu Gate. I'll wait for the word to be the king, side by side. Linda and others also knelt to the ground. From then on, Levi Garrison was the master of the Western Shu family. Well, it's a waste of the strength of the Zisha clan to not work for Arudaya. Levi Garrison was very satisfied with this result. He had never thought of solving problems in this way before. It was Kingsley's appearance that suddenly aroused his thoughts. If you have such a terrifying force as the Western Shu Gate clan, Arudaya would be even more powerful. What's more, after controlling the clan of Zishu, you can find out the secret forces. Not to mention a little more power, the West Shu Gate clan is an ancient hidden power, and in some respects it may know more and understand more in detail. In this regard, his intelligence army is incomparable. Since I am your master, then listen to my orders. Levi Garrison said coldly. I'm waiting. Everyone looked at Levi Garrison in unison. First, although I am the master of the Western Shu family, I have to keep it secret. You still control it. In name. Secondly, give me the detailed list and resume of each member of the Western Shu Gate clan. The move is very simple. Levi Garrison investigates the traitors who have Arudaya within the clan of Zishu. Secondly, it is also to completely control this huge organization. Third, I will use the Western Shu Gate clan secretly. You must not ask, just listen to the order. Fourth, take half of the ancient medicine of the Western Shu Gate clan and come out with the prescription, I want to use it. Fifth, take out the combat skills and hidden weapons of the Western Shu Men clan as well. These two, Levi Garrison is to strengthen the strength of Xia warrior. Understand? Of course, everyone has no objections. Levi Garrison looked at Tang Bei again. Old man, you should go out of the mountain. Lead you to do big things. Okay, I will follow you. Chapter 1392. Kingsley chose to follow. First, I was convinced. Second, he wanted to see how far Levi Garrison could go. How could Levi Garrison let go of such a powerful master? With him, many things will get twice the result with half the effort. Don't be frustrated. You are contributing to Arudaya. Arudaya will remember you. With faith you will find that life is meaningful. Levi Garrison glanced at everyone. The Western Shu Emperor looked at Levi Garrison hesitantly and asked, Master, what should I do next? Levi Garrison smiled, you don't need to do anything, you can do what you used to be. Levi Garrison also hoped that he would protect Zoe. Zoe and Lavilia are safe with them. Understand? The Emperor Xi Shu nodded. At this time, Linda pushed the Emperor of Zishu. The Emperor of Zishu immediately asked, I wonder if you are married to the king of the word side. By side. Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. It seemed that this guy really didn't know his identity. Well, yes, there are even children. Levi Garrison said. Hey? What? The kids are there. The Emperor Xi Shu and Linda were shocked. Originally hoped that Linda could become the princess. It turned out to be like this. Then Prince, I will leave first. The Western Shu Emperor left with a large number of people. Kingsley stayed with Levi Garrison. In the ancestral home of the Lopez family. The old lady and others were dumbfounded. What happened? When the Western Shu Emperor and his party left in front, they were excited and smiling. He shouted that Mr. Xiao would definitely join the clan of Zishu. I should have been happy, how come back one by one, I'm sad. What's going on? Big brother, even the senior Kingsley are here, isn't the young gentleman joining me in the Western Shu family? The old lady asked curiously. The Emperor Xi Shu sighed, hey, joining means joining. But what is it? The old lady asked. The Western Shu Emperor waved his hand, there is nothing wrong, this kind of thing is secret. Not only did he join, he also became the master of the Western Shu family. Linda was also very depressed. In addition to everyone's depressing things, what is also depressing is that he actually has a wife and children. What the hell is Miss Tang? Song Kui asked curiously. It has nothing to do with you, do your own thing. In fact, Linda looked down on people like Lopez and Black. Understood, Miss Tang. Speaking of their own business. At present, it is how to get the magic medicine from Levi Garrison's hands. They have been planning for several days. Ready to start with Emma. Emma forced Levi Garrison to hand over the medicine. The old lady hurriedly gathered everyone together. Did you see it today? Brother is in a bad mood. Maybe something happened. If you get the magic medicine from Levi Garrison at this time and offer it to your eldest brother, will he be upset? When he is happy, one sentence will make you prosperous, at least there will be no problems with the prosperity of the Lopez and Black family for a century. The old lady reminded. Hearing this, everyone's eyes lit up. This is a great opportunity. Better than usual opportunities. The Western Shu Emperor is in a bad mood. If he sees the medicine, he will definitely be very excited. Then their future will be there. But they would never have thought that the Zisha clan who had tried so hard to fudge was already Levi Garrison at this moment. Chapter 1393. Levi Garrison was the one who made them fly. Not anyone else. The March period has become a joke. The ban under the Western Shumen clan. Levi Garrison could not see his wife and daughter. But Levi Garrison is the master of the Western Shu Gate. Levi Garrison can't limit himself. Levi Garrison didn't even think of this. After becoming the master of the Western Shu family, all the problems were easily solved. Old lady, don't worry, you must give the medicine before tomorrow. Meredith promised. This time the opportunity is very important, they must win it. M.BG. After everyone left, they began to act. Although Levi Garrison arranged for someone to guard Emma. But Meredith and the others would not refuse Emma in the name of Lavilia. Immediately rushed from Southampton to Northampton. As a result, they fell into their trap. The people guarding Emma didn't care too much, after all, they were all relatives. But how did they know that Emma had been controlled by these relatives? What are you going to do? Didn't you let me see Lavilia? Emma looked at everyone in panic. You don't need to be nervous, we won't do anything, just take you and Levi Garrison for another medicine. Logan smiled. Emma reacted immediately. After all, she knew that Levi Garrison was rewarded. Don't you think it's despicable? Emma looked at a few people and said angrily. Why is it mean? We are also Levi Garrison's elders, so we should give this medicine to us. Yes, Levi Garrison doesn't respect the elders at all. This medicine is hidden. Everyone spoke plausibly. Emma said dissatisfied, this is the reward that Levi has received. How to distribute it is his own business and his right. No one else can make the decision for him. Today, we will make the decision for him. I think he wants the magic medicine or his mother. Meredith has already been cruel, so naturally they won't stop. Go, let's go, and find Levi Garrison. Just as everyone was about to set off, they met Zoe. What are you doing? Zoe looked at everyone. Who told the secret? Meredith shouted sharply. How did Zoe know? Zoe has nothing to do with you. You quickly get out of the way and don't delay us. Concubine Jenny scolded. No. I'm here today, don't you want to bully my mother? Zoe is tit for tat. Your mother? Isn't this your mother, okay? Get out of the way. Logan said angrily. Zoe looked resolute, I won't let go. She guarded the door tightly. Everyone didn't dare to make a loud noise. If the old lady knew, it would be a big trouble. Zoe's purpose is very simple. Let Levi Garrison hand over the magic medicine, and then we will give it to the Emperor's issue. We are also considering the future of Lopez and Black's family. Your grandma also said that as long as the magical medicine is offered, our two will have no worries in the next 100 years. Everyone said. Zoe, think about it. Actually, this magical medicine is not very useful for Levi Garrison now, but what if it were used to exchange the fate of the two families? Wouldn't it be more cost-effective? Meredith persuades her way. Sure enough, Zoe hesitated. Yes, and the Emperor's issue is very unhappy now. What if one is unhappy to deal with us? The magic medicine is very important at this time. Robert also echoed the Tao. Zoe glared at everyone and said, okay, don't talk about it. Don't make things difficult for my mother. I'll go back with Levi Garrison. Chapter 1394. Okay, we promise you. Zoe, we also consider the future of you and Lavilia. I hope you can distinguish it. Everyone was happy. Plums die horses, that's absolutely fine. This matter can be considered a certainty. Zoe looked at everyone in despair. Wan thought that they would do such a thing for the benefit of the family. It's really hateful. If there is a chance to have a choice, she will never choose Li Zhao's family. Now if she doesn't come forward to solve it, one of Levi Garrison or Emma was definitely hurt. Which side is hurt is the result she doesn't want to see. So it is best if she solves it by herself. In the villa, Levi Garrison also didn't expect Zoe to come. He was taken aback. Zoe, did you forgive me? Levi Garrison asked immediately. Zoe's face was cold and shook his head. No, I don't forgive you. Then what are you doing here? Levi Garrison asked. Zoe looked at Levi Garrison, hesitated for a long time, still raised the courage to ask, can you give me the rewards you got? It is good. What made Zoe think that Levi Garrison actually agreed? Hey? Don't you ask why? Zoe looked surprised. Levi Garrison smiled, because it is you. I don't need to know the reason, as long as you speak. Oh. Zoe's surface was calm, but he was actually moved. A warm current surged through my heart. In an instant, Zoe forgave Levi Garrison. Such a valuable thing. You can change things from one island to another city, but he didn't even ask, just gave it to himself? Originally, Zoe was still thinking about how to conceal it. But when Levi Garrison heard that she was asking, he gave it directly. Xiao Bei, bring the medicine. Levi Garrison ordered. Soon, the Northern Heavenly King brought things. Packed in a delicate box. The box is specially made and requires a password to open it. Levi Garrison handed the box to Zoe and told her the code again. Zoe took the box with a complicated expression, and just walked out a few steps before turning around to look at Levi Garrison and said, I'll wait 3 months for you to pick me up in Lavilia. Levi Garrison smiled. Don't worry, I'll watch you two at any time. After Zoe successfully brought the magic medicine back to Li's house, Lopez and Black's family was completely boiling. A good opportunity to become a leader is here. They promised to let Emma go, and a group of people went to the old lady excitedly. Under the leadership of the old lady, everyone came to see the Western Shu Emperor. Brother, they have something for you. The old lady laughed. The Emperor of Zishu was taken aback. What good thing? Elder Tang, you should have heard about Erudaya giving rewards to heroes recently, right? Meredith asked with a smile. The eyes of the Emperor Zishu lit up. Could it be the magic medicine that saves lives at that critical time? Although there are many ancient medicines in the West Shumen Gate, they also envy the magic medicine that Messiah has developed this time. Yes, we just got it, and I dedicated it to you. Robert immediately handed over the box. Then after entering the password, the box pops up automatically. There is a tube of blue medicine inside. It is the legendary magic medicine. In Erudaya, only the important ministers of the country are worthy of it. After seeing the medicine, the Emperor of Zishu was very happy. I can't put it down holding the potion. This is equivalent to giving him another life. Can you not like it? I like this gift very much. You guys have done a good job. The Emperor Xi Shu laughed. Chapter 1395. Speak. What reward do you want? The Emperor Xi Shu looked at everyone and asked. The gift is valid, and the Lopez and Black families are happy. The old lady is also very happy. Harry and Meredith glanced at each other and said, Old Tang, we don't ask for anything else. Only the Lopez and Black families can become the clan within the Western Shu Gate. We will follow the Western Shu Gate for generations to come and follow your orders. This is the biggest wish of the two companies. If successful, the Lopez and Black family will take off completely. They belong to the Western Shu family. The Emperor Zishu replied subconsciously, Okay, I promised this trivial matter. From now on, you will be members of the clan of Zishu. Come on, announce this message. Really? Thank you, Don, M.BG. The Lopez and Black families are willing to go through all kinds of fire and water for the clan of Western Shu, and they will do it. Lopez and Black's family fell to the ground one after another, thanking the Emperor of Western Shu. The dream of a few old people's life has been achieved. Pushed their family to the highest point. Efforts are in vain. But at this time, Linda stepped forward and pulled the Emperor Laxi Shu. What's wrong? Yan Ran. The Emperor Zishu asked. Grandpa, don't make decisions so quickly, this matter has to be considered. Linda persuaded. The Western Shu Emperor said angrily, What? Can I not do this little thing? Linda was anxious. Grandpa, have you forgotten to find out about the situation of the clan in Zishu? Boom. When he was awakened, the body of the Emperor Zishu trembled. Correct. He is not the one who is in charge of the Western Shu family. Although this is a trivial matter, it must be told to him. The Emperor Xi Shu patted his forehead and said in surprise, I forgot this. Wait a minute, don't let this message go out yet. As for you to join the Western Shu Men clan, you need to take a long-term view. What? The sudden change of the Emperor Zishu left everyone in Lopez and Black's family in a daze. Including the old lady too. The Emperor of Western Shu clearly agreed. Why did you suddenly change your mind? Listening to Linda's tone, it seems that he can't be the master now? How is this going? Even the old lady is very curious. This thing is difficult for others, but isn't it a one-sentence thing for the Western Shu Emperor? How come you have to make a long-term plan? How did they know that the master of the Western Shu Gate was Levi Garrison? The Western Shu Emperor really couldn't be the master. What's the matter with Big Brother? The old lady asked quickly. If this matter can't be done, he won't be able to survive. The Zishu clan was also very disgraced. Don't ask, it has nothing to do with you. The Western Shu Emperor left angrily. Linda followed. The Lopez and Black family members were left looking at each other, completely unaware of what was going on. What the hell is the old lady? Shouldn't we offend Elder Dawn? Meredith asked. The old lady explained, No. Let's put it this way. There are many families and organizations in the Western Shu Men clan. But they all have strict rules. Letting you join in is actually going to be assessed. You can only enter if you are qualified. Most of the eldest brother went to discuss it. The old lady thought of a reason to deal with it casually. In fact, even she herself didn't know what was going on. Grandpa, I think this should be discussed with him. Otherwise, let him know, if you blame it, it will be a big trouble. Linda reminded the remote place. Okay, then we hurry up and find him. He was determined to accept the medicine, so he had to agree to the demands of Lopez and Black's family. Otherwise, where will he put his face? Chapter 1396. Hey? Why are you here? Levi Garrison looked at several people. It's so hot today. Find them one by one. My lord, I have something to discuss with you. It's about the Western Shu family. The Emperor Zisha smiled. Say. The Emperor of Zisha wiped the cold sweat from his forehead. Master, I want the Lopez family in Northampton and the Black family in the provincial capital to join the Western Shu Gate clan. I don't know what you think? Linda added, My lord, it's actually a small matter, but you are the master of the Zisha clan now. You have to decide on the specific matters. Linda said this to express his respect for Levi Garrison. Li Zhao's family. Why let them join? As far as I know, the qualifications of these two are far from enough. At least, they have to be family members. Levi Garrison asked with interest. This. The Western Shu Emperor was stunned. Do you want to tell me about the medicine? Say. Seeing the abnormal situation, Levi Garrison couldn't help but shouted coldly. The Western Shu Emperor was shocked by this sound. Yes, Prince, I said. Lopez and Black's family gave me a potion. This potion was recently awarded to the hero by Arudaya. I took the potion and promised to let the two of them join the Zisha Gate. The Emperor of Western Shu said all 5 and 10. It turned out that Zoe took the medicine back and dedicated it to the Emperor of Zishu. They can figure it out. Levi Garrison was angry in an instant, and there were cold glows in his eyes. Asshole! What credit do you have for Arudaya? You dare to take this medicine too? Levi Garrison slapped the table abruptly. Scared the Emperor Zisha to kneel to the ground. Kingsley next to him took a look and sighed helplessly. Why are you so confused? I want to ask, what qualifications do you have? Levi Garrison roared. Linda immediately explained, the prince is not, it was presented by the Lopez and Black family, we dare not. Kingsley roared, don't take out the potion yet. The Emperor Xi Shu was so frightened that he hurriedly took the box to Levi Garrison. Xiao Bei, take it. Levi Garrison jokingly smiled. Going around, isn't the potion in his own hands yet? Remember, some things are not your own in the future, don't move. Levi Garrison warned. Understood, we will leave now. The Emperor of Zishu is about to leave. Wait. Master, what's the matter? Everyone looked over. I accepted the medicine, but I have to declare to the Lopez and Black family that you accepted it. And let them join the Zisha clan, I agree. Levi approached. The Emperor of Xi Shu looked happy, I understand. Although I didn't get the medicine, I finally saved my face in front of Lopez and Black's family. After returning to the Lopez family's ancestral home, the Emperor Zishu announced that the two could join. Lopez and Black's family was completely boiling. It used to be based on the momentum of the Western Shu family, but now it has truly become a member of the Western Shu family. Since then, Arudaya has left sideways. Directly above the aristocratic family. Like the Garrison family in Oakland City, they slapped the face when they met. For the first time, this message spread. Arudaya shakes. The Western Shu Men clan is the biggest action among the major hidden forces. Now the two major families have been included. At the same time, Northampton and surrounding wealthy businessmen and celebrities came to congratulate Lopez and Black's family. Speaking of which, I want to thank Levi Garrison. Let's go, and thank Levi Garrison. Song Kui proposed. A group of people went to Levi Garrison's residence. Chapter 1397. Stop, what are you doing? When I came to the door of the villa, there was someone guarding it. Naturally Tang Bei Road. At present, there is no task to follow Levi Garrison, and he plays the role of the Uncle Doorman. Yelling, Levi Garrison still looking for a middle-aged man to be the doorman. Just like this, can you keep it? Seeing Kingsley, Song Kui sneered. They had never seen Tang Bei Road before, so naturally they didn't know each other. "Old fellow, are you the bodyguard invited by Levi Garrison?" Logan asked. "Ha ha ha ha." Everyone laughed. Because if Kingsley put away his momentum, he would be an elegant and easy-going person. Even a little bit weak cannot help but wind. "I'm going in, can you stop us?" Song Kui was dazzling in front of Tang Bei Road. If he knew that the elegant middle-aged man in front of him was almost 200 years old, estimated to be scared and fainted on the spot. What's more terrifying is that the person in front of him will smash his body into shards with a punch. Never thought that this is the #1 master of the Western Shu family. Even the Emperor of Zisha would call for the existence of the uncle. Court death. Kingsley was about to get angry when a voice sounded, "Let them in." Kingsley only then suppressed his killing intent and let a few people in. Looking at everyone in front of him, Levi Garrison smiled, "Are you here to show off? It seems that you know it too. Everyone in Arudaya currently knows that I, Lopez and Black's family, are already in the 4 main gates. We are now on top, even if it is the existence of the Garrison family in Oakland City, we are above them. Levi Garrison is like this now, you are not qualified to talk to us." Song Kui said triumphantly. Each of them put on the air. All of them look like Laozi's #1 in the world. "Levi Garrison, have you ever thought of this day? We will become the master. And you will be at the bottom." Concubine Jenny contemptuously said. Logan smiled and said, "Life is so wonderful. 30 years in Hedong, Hexi, in the blink of an eye, we became the 4 main gates, are you angry? Speaking of which, we have to thank you. It's your potion that made us the mastermind." "Thank you." Everyone is hypocritically thanking Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison smiled, "I asked you to join the Western Shu family. It was I who pushed you to the top. But you have to remember that I can push you to the top, and I can also make you fall to the bottom." When Levi Garrison said this, everyone present laughed. Everyone leaned forward and backward with laughter, and they couldn't stand their laughter anymore. They may believe other people who say this. But Levi Garrison said this? How do they believe? Levi Garrison has nothing to do with the clan of Zishu. Or did he agree to join? How can it be? Does the Western Shu Emperor still listen to you? Levi Garrison, I discovered that you are disabled, but your ability to speak big is getting more and more exaggerated. Why don't you say that the Zishu clan belongs to you? Concubine Jenny shouted at Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison smiled and said, You are really right, the Western Shu Gate clan is mine. Pooh! After Levi Garrison finished speaking, he was met with unanimous complaints. You're so f***ing shameless. You're so brave. The Western Shu family dare to say that it's you. Song Kui roared. They are angry. Upon seeing this, Kingsley said, What he said is wrong, he is the master of the Zisha clan. Chapter 1398. Because I am. Shut up. Is there a place for you to speak here? Kingsley wanted to say the next thing, but was directly interrupted by Song Kui. Kingsley was dumbfounded. He is respected among the clan of Zishu, and even the Emperor of Zishu dare not say a word. The result was taught by a few little guys. What are you? Get out of the way! Logan scolded impatiently. Kingsley is really going to explode. M.Bg. He was first completely crushed by Levi Garrison when he was born. He served this. But being bullied by these little thieves, how could he bear it? In the future, Levi Garrison, don't use the identity of the Zishu clan to bluff and deceive, be careful. That we kill you. Yes, if I hear you say this in the future, I will see you hit you once. Several people left arrogantly. When passing by Tang Bei Road, he scolded, the old guy will remember his identity in the future. You can eat shit, but you can't talk nonsense. Be careful I beat you up. Song Kui shook his fist bravely. Kingsley is really going to explode. Humiliated by a group of little kids. Don't get angry, there will be opportunities to clean them up in the future. Levi Garrison smiled. After Song Kui and the others left, Kagura came. Is there still no message? For so long, it stands to reason that they should have taken action. Levi Garrison asked. Yes, we intercepted a conversation between Prince William and the mysterious Arudaya. Although it was only part of it, we still heard what they wanted to do. Zishan Wangdao. Levi Garrison smiled, I knew they would act. After waiting so long, they are about to show up. It turns out that this public reward was Levi Garrison's idea. He specifically asked Messiah to make a list. Specific to whom the potion is rewarded, the purpose is very simple, it is to induce the presence of secret forces. It depends on whether they can calm down. As a result, they became complacent. But Prince William wanted them to act. According to the intercepted call recordings, Prince William of Warhawk Nation seems to blame them for the previous 2 defeats, asking them to get the potion this time anyway. The Western Heavenly King played the recording to Levi Garrison. After listening to it, Levi Garrison smiled, if you think that if you grab the potion, who would they choose to do it on? Bishan, Benny Quinton, feats are impossible, they also understand that someone protects them, if something goes wrong, the impact will be too great. The important ministers of the other countries are already unmovable. After thinking and thinking about it, you are the only one. The Western Heavenly King and the Northern Heavenly King analyzed. Levi Garrison smiled and said, yet. No matter what they check on me now, I'm just an ordinary person, just a useless person, but I got rewards for my previous military exploits. And killing me, the impact is the least, or it has no impact. So they will definitely choose to start with me. The Northern Heavenly King touched his nose, but one thing, they suffered a lot in Northampton before. I'm afraid that the king will be in Northampton side by side. Levi Garrison smiled and said, it's easy. Just let the word side by side king appear in other places. I'm afraid it won't work this time. They will definitely find the evidence before they dare to act. Such as directly attacking the king of the word side by side to test his strength. It is estimated that it will be difficult to find one to replace you. The Western Heavenly King expressed his worries. At this time, Levi Garrison looked at the man. Chapter 1399. Is there any? Isn't there a ready-made one? Levi Garrison smiled. Both the Western Heavenly King and the Northern Heavenly King laughed. Mainly because the Avengers know that the word side by side is very powerful and powerful. If the fake word appears side by side, the Avengers must verify the authenticity. The standard of verification is strength. If the strength is not enough, it must be false. But they couldn't find someone who could match Levi Garrison's strength for a while. Unexpectedly, there is a Kingsley here. Although he is not as good as Levi Garrison, he can replace the absolutely problematic. After all, the first master of the Western Shu family. Kingsley himself was shocked. Want to make counterfeit the king? Yes, no mistake, it's you. Levi Garrison said, let's do it, I will make you the Summer King of the Levi's squad, which means the Summer King, which has the same status as the 4 heavenly kings of East, West, North, and South. You can really play for Arudaya. This made Kingsley excited. I thought it was just doing small things with Levi Garrison. Unexpectedly, there is still a title and such a high status. I am willing to dedicate everything to Arudaya. Kingsley felt that he had returned to the era when he was invincible on the court. Passionate. The first task impersonating me. I will give you all 3 masks. Levi Garrison arranged. After Kingsley received the task, he immediately rushed to the northern border. Let the Erudaya Iron Brigade, the Shura Army, and the Great Wall Army work together in the name of the King of one word side by side. Not only that, even the guards that Terry arranged next to Levi Garrison were also removed. This is more conducive to Levi Garrison's plan. There are no people around him, which can even attract the actions of the Avengers. In a base somewhere in the north, Kingsley wears the mask and holds the Yanlong sword, looking at the 3 big teams below with immense power. According to Levi Garrison's instructions, he has arranged it properly. The next step is to practice together. Kingsley retreated to the camp, Ray and others all followed. They were also extremely excited. It is the first time to have such a close encounter with the word side-by-side king. Even wanted to see his true face. Dog thief, take your life. At this moment, there was a stern shout. Suddenly there were 5 masters around, killing the king side by side together. These 5 people are all above the level of a century-old master. They are the masters of the Avengers to test the word side by side. After a fight, all 5 people were injured. In the end, he didn't escape from Kingsley's hands. All were captured alive, but there was poison in the population, and they all committed suicide by biting them. The faces under the mask were the same as before, so ruined that they couldn't be seen. Everyone was shocked again. The word side-by-side king is so powerful. The real him. In the dark, some people were shocked and left immediately. Somewhere in the river, a group of masked people gathered together. I'm sure the one who appears in the north is the king of the word side-by-side. The 3 major signs are really not mentioned, and the strength is matched. One person told them the message from the north. Well, this time the king is not in Northampton side by side. This is a great opportunity for us to do it. Man transferred all the guards around Levi Garrison in this round of training. This time Levi Garrison is alone and helpless, unless he can grow wings and escape. It must be successful this time. Prince William is angry. Soon, a group of people approached Northampton quietly. Chapter 1400. In the northern base, Terry talked to Ray. Do you think it's a bit wrong to be the king this time? Ray was surprised. Do you have this feeling? Although the word side-by-side king looks the same, it faintly gives them a very strange feeling. I don't know where the problem is, it always feels wrong. Why don't we go and take a look? Terry has always been curious about the true face of the king. Isn't Ray right? However, he showed a slight hesitation. However, we can't break into the private domain of the king by one word. Once discovered, we will face punishment. Terry glared at him. Okay, if you don't go, I'll go. Next time there will be such a good opportunity. Then I'll go with you. Ray still couldn't bear his curiosity. Soon, the 2 quietly touched the private realm of the king. The private realm is not guarded at all. So the 2 easily approached the king's residence side by side. Through a gap, the 2 looked in. At this moment, Kingsley happened to take off the Yanlong mask, revealing his true face. Hiss! Terry and the 2 have clearly seen the true face of one word side by side. Turned out to be a gentle middle-aged man. They thought it was young people. Who? Kingsley found someone approaching and shouted angrily. Boom! Boom! At the same time, 2 invisible air blasted out. The 2 Terry were blown out. The 2 people vomited blood, but immediately fled. Knowing that his true face was exposed, Kingsley immediately called Levi Garrison. This is his mistake. He was careless. I thought there was nothing in the private sphere. So I don't wear a mask. Nothing. See it. Anyway, they haven't seen the true face of the king side by side. Levi Garrison said with a smile. Terry, who had escaped from the private sector, drained the blood, and immediately took the ancient medicine. After recovery, the two looked at each other. Isn't it a young man? Isn't it rumored that the king is a young man? Terry was surprised. Ray shook his head. I really didn't expect this. This should come from some hidden power? After all. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon of Arudaya. There are even many confidential organizations that we don't know about. Terry patted his chest and let out a long sigh of relief. Finally, my wish is fulfilled, and I know the true face of the king. I am more convinced by him. Ray smiled. If it were a young man, he would not accept it. It is a middle-aged man's yet, he is much more comfortable. The two were also very proud. They should be the first people who have seen one word side by side. Levi Garrison has been waiting for the arrival of the enemy. At night, late at night. Levi Garrison's ear wings flickered, and the sound was already heard. They are coming. Whhhhhh. There was a rustling sound, and suddenly there were masters wearing masks in the villa. They came to the bedroom and surrounded Levi Garrison in groups. Levi Garrison, hand over the potion and spare your life. One person coldly shouted. What potion? Are you talking about this? Levi Garrison asked while holding the box. What? Everyone was taken aback for a moment, and then angrily shouted, wrong. That's it. Come, leave it to me, and spare you for not dying. Here you are, I have been waiting for you for a long time. Levi Garrison took the initiative to pass the box over. But these people are dumbfounded. To be continued.